Hey, hi everybody. Welcome. It's another Fri-YAY. It's good to see everyone here. I'm having technical. Oh, I don't. Hold on one second. Technical difficulties tonight up the wazoo. There we go. But yeah, at least we made it here. Thank you for coming in. I believe Lark's Homesteadish was in first, which she wanted to let Homestead Aquarius know. And then Homestead Aquarius came in after, and I believe I have Nat in here with me tonight. Oh, great. Um, Thanks, Larks and Homestead Aquarius. Duncan, hey Brenda, nice of you to come in. It's good to see you. Harold, hey Harold, Simple's Adventures. Thank you for putting thumbs up. Diva in the Dirt, Heidi ho. Good to see you. Passamaquoddy, thanks, girl. Appreciate you. Thanks for coming in tonight. I'm going to drop the link and kind of like I said, it's like a free for all Friday. I've been having just a really weird. Hey Q, welcome. Hey Hookah, good to see you. Little piece of heaven farm, good to see you. I guess the notifications are going out. My Wi-Fi is acting really weird, so let me know. It's showing me that it was just struggling for a second, my Wi-Fi. It was glitching out. In fact, when I went to come back to this StreamYard page, it separated out completely from like my other pages, and it was just really weird. I got signed out of my Google and everything. So yeah, somebody doesn't want me to go live tonight, and I don't know why, but oh well, we're going live. Everybody say hello to one another. Let me get this. And the diva, Maureen Washington, and I were talking about her coming up tonight. Of course, anybody in my side chat is welcome. You just have to show your face so I know, who I'm looking at, and it's not somebody stealing somebody's name, which I've seen happen in side chats before. For those of you who are here in the background, welcome too. Hey, Storms, Radios, and Cats. Hey, Barry. There's always lurkers on YouTube, but sometimes it can also be their AI. I think they have that always going on in the background. Aw. It's good to see you, Barry. Thank you. Well. Who's that pretty lady on my screen? Thank you. Appreciate that. My husband, for the first time ever, saw me actually coloring my hair today. I think I'm slipping. He's learning the secrets. He was like, what's going on? Like, I'm doing my roots. They needed doing. I've been doing this for years. It's like I knew, but I didn't know. But I kind of knew. Broke the mystery for him. I can't do that again. I don't want to keep doing that. I don't want him to know, that I'm not still in my 30s. Nobody would steal your name because they couldn't sell it. You'd be surprised. You'd be surprised, Huga. One night we had one of our favorite folks in the side chat go up on somebody's live, and they didn't check because they just got so excited that this person was actually coming up. And, I knew it was probably not them, but they just got so excited. They popped up, and it was porn. It was a person showing porn, and it was pretty horrible porn. So yeah, you'd be surprised. Oh, because they couldn't spell it. Oh, they can. Trust me. They can do it. They just make a copy of your picture and your account. And yeah, it was actually Tibor Huga. I don't know if you were there that night when that happened on Gills. And we had like trolls come in, and I kind of knew, but we didn't I couldn't type it fast enough because I was, I think, in the side chat. Yeah, they were not who they said they were. Exactly. They were, and that made Tibor really upset too. because he was like, "That was not me." And we were all like, "We know, Tibor. It's okay." He was so mad. But yeah, those things happen. Totally. And it's very scary. And that's why we, ask to see a face before you come up. So I am going to put the link in. I hope everybody is having a good night. It's just been really weird on the internets. I'm hearing a lot of things about us. What the frick? Now it just, oh my gosh, now it's saying my browser doesn't support it and all this other crap. Excuse me, but you have always supported it, so do not give me that. That's what it was doing to me before we started. It was saying it didn't support it and all kinds of fun stuff. It has been a weird week, hasn't it, Larks? But especially with technology, it's been a little bit funky. I've heard it's because we're getting inundated with hacking, but I'm not sure if that. I'm sure it's true, but I just don't know, exactly from where. I can guess, but I can't say for sure. And that should be the right one. And then what'll happen is you'll pop up down below and hopefully I'll be able to see you because it's just such a weird night. I don't know. Aw, here, let me just highlight that. Got 2 new. Had to get feed at Tractor Supply and these things happen. So I came home with 3 chicks named Summer and Solstice. Aw. Oh, how cool during the summer solstice. Oh, very cool. That's awesome, Huga. I look forward to the day I can have chicks. Hey, WD Clock and Roll, good to see you. What's up? I look forward to that day when I can have chicks or I can have I can't get it to go. There we go. Or I can have quail. It's like I can't even have quail. There's no poultry allowed in my city. And I had turned on the news because of the storms that are going on. Hey GSG, good to see you. Drive safe, Joe. I figured it was 2 by the way I read it. Yeah, I figured when you said that, their names, because there wasn't a 3rd name. But, I turned on the news to watch about the storms out in the Atlantic, and instead, I got to see news of a shooting nearby. So that was fun, and not just 1, but, like, 3 east of me. So things are getting interesting. And we live in a pretty decent area, like, I'm in an HOA and not, close super close to an area where there's shootings, but close enough, obviously. Yeah, I bet it's another crazy New Jersey night, I'm sure. It's a Fri-YAY. It's a Fri-YAY everywhere. I remember being in school there in Philly. New Jersey was crazy too, but Philly was just as crazy, especially the house parties. We were talking about that, different parties and things like that we used to go to when we were younger. Yeah, I thought about bunnies. Right now, it's super, super hot. Yay, there she is.
Oops.
Welcome. You can come up here, good.
I did it. I did it.
You did it. You joined your first stream. Ta-da!
Yes. From this angle, yes. It's
You did it.
all the
It
other
looks great.
times they were pre-done and they would put my email in, so then I just had to come in and just la la. So this was very different.
Oh, yeah, that might have been, was it StreamYard or was it like Zoom?
No, it was StreamYard.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't send out an email before to people and
No.
do it that way because I don't usually have time to set it up prior
Mm-hmm.
with my little one. So for me, it's not so much a business yet, maybe one day.
Mm,
Right now, it's just kind of for fun and learning
exactly.
and yeah,
Exactly.
legacy.
So can I ask you, do you use the chat that's in StreamYard that's coming up?
Yeah, I do.
Okay.
I
Okay.
do. I
Okay. Because
use
I
that
think
one.
before I've tried.
I go back and forth a little bit here and there,
Mhm.
but tonight it's being wacky. Like I said, it pulled my whole thing out,
Right.
and I'm afraid if I do that, I won't be able to get back into StreamYard.
Right.
And
Don't
that's
touch
how
anything.
I know, that's how I feel tonight. It seems like
Mm,
everything kept going wrong. Yes, for
mhm.
those of you who don't know, this is Maureen Washington, not Martha Washington. Maureen Washington. Diva in the Dirt is her channel.
Mhm.
And you're over in Cali, right? Are you out in Cali?
No, I'm in Canada.
Oh, that's right, you're in Canada. Why are you in Cali?
Yeah,
What
no, on Vancouver Island.
That's right, okay. I
Yeah.
think is that where I think Howie Food Forest Permaculture is
Yes.
Vancouver Island.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you guys have some similar weather to me as far as what you can grow, which is
Yes.
so
Yeah, for the
weird.
summertime, not it's not quite the same for the winter, but yeah, we're
Yeah,
in 9B, and so, yeah, we can grow quite a bit of stuff and
okay. So you're more like central Florida. You're more like up near Glen.
yeah,
Glen's more like that because 'cause I'm 10B, 11A.
right, right.
It's getting a
Yeah,
little
and
chickamauga.
like, when you look at, the Canadian-American border, where Vancouver Island sits, it's like I sit right across from Washington State, like, when I drive
Okay.
out my just, one house out, I can already see the Olympic Mountains from basically almost from my house.
Oh, awesome. Hey,
Yeah.
Shawnee Shave, welcome in. I became too angry. Oh, I didn't know about any situation, honey. I hope everything's okay. Oh,
Mm.
I hate that when that happens, though. Yeah, those mixed emotions. Well, just come in and chill and, you know, no stress in here.
That's
And if
right.
there is, we all have wrenches pretty much in the side chat and you can just whack them. I'm not gonna have that. Not gonna have that. We're gonna have a good time.
Yeah.
So over on Vancouver Island, how long do you have that it is like kind of my zone or the 9B, like summer, spring? When do you go into more of like your winter crop, like things like that? Because my winter crops are, it seems like such a short window. That's when we're actually growing spring,
Mhm.
a lot of the spring stuff
Um,
and a few winter things.
yeah, we don't yeah, well, because we don't up in Canada, that we don't really talk about zones per se as much. Like, I'm getting
Yeah.
more talking about zones because of hanging out with you all. But
Yeah.
but it's like January, February, we might get some snow. Like this past Christmas,
Wow.
we got 1 week of snow right on Christmas. It was like and it just dumped like, 3 feet all at once. It
Oh
was
my.
around for a week, and then 1 week later, it was all gone completely, and we were back to like, I have green grass all winter long.
Okay.
Summertime, the grass is brown. Wintertime, the grass is green.
Okay. Yeah, we
Oh,
have it's funny because ours goes dormant during our winter, our
yeah,
grass, and it
okay,
kinda turns a little brown, it might, but usually it
yeah,
just doesn't grow. It just
yeah.
stays there and doesn't grow. Um,
Oh, hi, John.
yeah, I just saw that too.
Yeah, and there was
Mhm.
another earlier little diss from Robert. They're just
Yes.
double trouble. I'm not sure. I'm looking at you, sweet,
Yep.
beautiful, kind, bubbly, gentle. And then there's me, okay, might have a little bit of a dark side, but mostly very kind and sweet.
Obviously, you have not seen me go after, like, anybody who's a threat to the community.
No, this is true. This is true. But
Yeah.
I don't know why
Only severe threats. I'm talking like,
right. But
severe.
here's these
Threat.
two who we watched fight last night, you know,
Yeah.
coming in, here, let's just poke the bear a little bit.
Yeah. Yeah, poke 'em with a dibbler.
Or if you're
John
British,
and his
it's a dibba.
dibblers.
It's a dibba. Mhm.
Google what was it? Let me see. Let's see what she said. I finished off my peas and kale. Aw, that's so crazy. See, we don't head up cabbage well in my area. So I have to do more like bok choy and things like that. And I have missed that season many, many years.
So why can't you do the cap? Like, what's happening in regards
No,
to?
it's just a long enough period of where it's cold for it to form a nice head.
Oh,
because it's just we don't have that anymore down in South Florida. We're losing more of our cold days.
okay.
Who has seen me be very articulate? Yes. Yeah.
Yes, little piece of heaven. Yeah, those two boys are trying to stir up trouble.
They're always trying to. Yes, they did. I can hear you saying that in your Beavis and Butthead voice right now, Barry. Carol said Dibbler. That's awesome, Huga. I want to try the have you done any of the forgive me, I have no estrogen, so I realized that that is why my brain now I can't form sentences. It estrogen is what helps us women be talkative and have a memory, and I couldn't figure out why I can't say things anymore. Have you tried any of the cracky method or hydroponics at all? Because I have seen your garden, which is amazing. But have you tried any of those ways
No,
of growing too, like
no,
during the winter time? Or okay,
no,
I was just wondering
no.
because that's with the air pollution and everything that's up in Canada with all the fires. I was just wondering, like, if you guys have to stay inside, God forbid, that it's, coming over your direction, which I know you probably have the ocean breezes that help blow it
Yeah, yeah.
away.
For us, like again on the island here, because we're surrounded by water. Yeah, the wind seems to keep it away. I do know a couple years ago when there was the fires down in California and maybe in Oregon, those were coming up here, and also what was coming down. Like I'm as far west as you possibly can go.
Yeah.
Um, of the countries and stuff like that. So
Okay.
no, yeah, and like I've only been growing for 3 years.
I know you're doing amazing because I've been growing actually for just a little bit longer, but I haven't been out in my garden that many years. Like
Right. Yeah.
I was a caretaker to my mom and I was inside mostly. We were
Right.
traveling, she was in PA and we had to go up and get her. And it was like
Right.
right after my dad's memorial in June. We found out, I want to say we found out soon after that she was coming here for sure.
Right.
So
Yeah. But I had nothing.
then the big C happened and
Yeah.
we
Yeah.
were
Well,
just
that's the thing for me is that I'm a jazz and blues singer, and then I'm also a vocal teacher. So that's how I spent that's what I was doing. And
yeah.
so then that all shut down. So I had nothing but time. And so the first year we mostly just did a little bit of weeding and a couple of plants, not very many because my
Mhm.
yard wasn't set up that way. And we would drink, and that was the
Yeah.
summer.
A lot of people drank during
Yeah,
that time.
yeah, it was like we were buying cases of it,
Yeah.
because it was like I ended up with all my kidults being home. He said, yeah, 2020 happened, and I ended up with 6 kids,
Oh my god.
4 chickens, or 5 chickens and a dog.
What?
That's
And
what I
so
brought.
was that when you got your chickens? Was during
Mhm.
2020 with all that happening?
Yep.
Was 2020 the catalyst to you saying I needed to grow my food, or was it like this seems
Absolutely.
like a cool hobby, but
Absolutely.
okay.
Absolutely. No, if you would have asked me, like when I bought my house, it had everything I wanted. It didn't have a garage. That was the one thing missing. And then it has all these beautiful gardens, flowers and stuff and shrubs.
Yeah.
And it was like, okay, God, that I don't garden because I actually loathe gardening. I've said it all my life to my mom. I
Mm.
loathe gardening. Um,
Why? Can I ask
uh,
you what was it?
uh, because of the bugs.
Yeah.
The bugs, the
Okay.
spiders and stuff like that. It was just, and I
Do you
didn't
guys
like
have bad
how.
mosquitoes like we do because of being on the water or
No, it's relative. No, the
okay,
spider.
just
When
spiders. Yeah.
when my kids were young, bring in some lettuce, I'd wash some Swiss chard, wash the heck out of it, throw it into the pot, put it on the table, and you go, why is there still a freaking spider? I've washed it, salted it, I've done everything, and it was just like, you know what, gardening's not for me. And now it's like, I barely have, like I used to have the diva nails and stuff. Most of the time there's dirt in my nails, and you know
Mhm.
and I take a piece of vegetable and I just wipe it off and eat it.
Now you said about being a jazz singer. What was it that you also said? A vocal coach? Is that
Yeah,
what you said
that was a
next?
vocal
You
coach.
do vocal coaching?
Yeah.
Because I grew up, I loved theater, couldn't remember. I have some kind of learning disability with my memory. And I got to do this little short show that was like a competition, and you're going to laugh because you're probably going to understand totally because of having, your students. I went through the rows and I did awesome. All the older people in the, area, they were like, "Oh, that was just beautiful, honey. You did such a good job. That was gorgeous." And then I get up to do my second song. "We're going to do another song, okay? It's almost a tie between you and this other person. So we're going to call you back up. And you have something." I'm like, "Yeah, I did memory, but I didn't practice it a lot." I freaking forgot the song Memory. It's named Memory, and I reversed the lyrics, and I got lost in it, and I was like, "Okay, I just blew this because now I'm lost in the song," and I just, like, went into the chorus. I was so lost because I wasn't a musician at the time. I just had
Oh, you know
chorus
what? It
and
has nothing to do with being a musician or not, because I've even songs that I've written, someone will be in at a gig and a concert and they'll go, "Hey, will you do this song?" One of my own originals, and we'll start playing it, and then I'll go and I'll look at the person that requested. I said, "What's the first line of the song? Because it
yeah,
is
when they
your
know it.
favorite song. You'll remember." I forget
I've seen
that.
that in concerts,
Yep.
actually, with
You just
we go
you
to
blank.
he's a West Coast actually, the band is, it's called Switchfoot. My
Oh
daughter and
yeah.
I have
Yeah.
been. Okay.
Yeah.
And John Foreman, the lead singer, is like that. He'll have, like, a VIP time, and people make requests, and he'll start singing, and he'll be like and, you know, point to the person because there's only, like, maybe a
Yeah.
few of us there for
Yeah,
that.
just one note. It's like there's two reasons why, a singer will be singing and they'll point the microphone. Either
Mhm.
they can't hit those notes at that spot, so they get the
Okay.
audience to sing along, right?
Yeah.
Because it's different when you're in the studio. If you're
Yep.
doing a concert, it's hard work. In the studio,
Yeah.
it's different. You can sing one line, take a break, right? So it's either that or they've forgotten the words and they'll. Oh. And Barbara Streisand, she actually has all her lyrics are on a teleprompter.
I love that. That's what we used to do, like, when I used to do, worship, uh, I just did, like, backup vocals, and I loved doing it, but we had pretty much our sheet music up till the last moment, and
Oh,
then we ditched it. Like, you were allowed to have it up until and then you just ditched it on the side
nope.
and went up, but not there, like, because we didn't have money for a teleprompter at the
Yeah.
church,
No, I have paper sheet. All my students, it's like, you think you're gonna be fine. You've memorized the song, la 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 la. You think, but it's just like the nerves or whatever, and you forget. So I think Gardner Josh, he came in.
Yes, hey, Gardner Josh. I know I waved at him.
Okay.
I was listening to you. "Hey, Vidra, I haven't seen you in a while. Good to see you, Vidra." Vidra? Oh, sorry. Just murdered your name to a pumpkin.
Yeah, I'm very good at murdering names. I'm not even gonna try to say.
Me too. I am
Yeah,
too. So, okay, we'll go back to because I wasn't sure if I heard that right that you were a vocal coach,
yeah.
also. So 2020 happens. You really never liked gardening because of spiders prior to that, because
Yeah, and I
spiders
didn't like
just
the
never.
feeling of what it felt like when you're in the dirt in my hands, even if I was wearing gloves, they would just get really dry and weird and weeding. You'd go and you weed a patch and you get it, oh, it's all done. And then 3 days later, I gotta weed the patch again. It was like,
Yeah,
I have no patience for that. So
yeah.
also for the last, I did do a little bit of teaching, I think at the end of 2020, because I think we were allowed to. So I went into 2021, but I had started my studio building. I started to turn it into a greenhouse. And so I just had,
Mm.
the students would come in and I would have just a few plants. And then, oh, I got more plants. So I'd bring a table out. So pretty soon the students
That's how
walked
it
me
happened.
in to come in.
Yeah.
And then once the summer came, then I basically said to everybody, I'm going to take the summer off and come back in September. And because I said I want to focus on spending time watching videos on growing
Right.
and really, really learn all of this stuff. And that's where, we got into getting raw milk, making cheese and butter and all those kinds of things. So
That's amazing.
yeah,
Is
yeah,
that where it started for you? Was the self-sufficiency, was the bread baking? And because you do bake great bread, I saw that too,
yeah.
with the
The
from
bread
other
came
places,
Yeah,
like bringing.
the bread came later because the sourdough bread was so freaking complicated. When you go to read about it, it's like, I don't the hydration needs to be
I'm gluten-free and
75%.
happy to be.
Yeah. I've made
But
one
I do need to learn. I need to
I
learn
did
from my
make
family.
gluten-free sourdough, and it was a lot more time intensive because my mom's gluten-free, and so for
Okay.
Christmas I wanted to send her some gluten-free bread, but that came later. No, it was just the whole thing of what was going on. It was like, okay, okay, I don't have a job anymore, so I need to think about making some
Hey,
sort of
little fish in
income.
the kitchen.
Aw,
Hey,
cute
living
picture.
room. Okay, go
Oh,
ahead.
yeah.
What
Anyway,
did we, Carla?
um, and and just the uncertainty,
Yeah.
of what was going to happen, and I just thought,
I think that's why a lot of people drank, not to interrupt you, but a lot of people drank because of the uncertainty. They were
yeah,
freaked out. Like,
yeah. So
are we
I
all
did both.
dying? Like, what's going on? Let's
I did both. I drank and I grew squashes,
there you go. Hey,
drunken squashes.
drunken squashes.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, I love that. You had that picture actually set up with, I guess it was your red wine and your uh I can never say that. The Cuda something thing with
Charcuterie,
all the yeah, say it again?
charcuterie,
Charcuterie.
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 Hmm.
I was gonna say some really bad word, and I was like, "It's not that."
Charcuterie, charcuterie,
Charcuterie.
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 Yeah.
Yeah, your lovely table in the garden, that was just beautiful, and
Thanks.
even Robert was like, "What the hell? Are you also, like, a photographer?" Did you have photography experience at all before this, or
No,
wow.
no, just
Okay.
playing with my iPhone.
I we were just, like, joking about being it was the writer, the director, basically the actress, you were
Hmm.
saying, like, of your and that's where, like, in YouTube land, there are some that are full on
Aw,
act
thanks, Larks.
isn't she? Right, Larks? She is
You
a
gave
I'll
me a
put that
very
up.
nice compliment. Thank you, I appreciate that.
She's awesome. Um, there are some that it's totally an act, and then there are others that it's very organic, and what you see is what you get. They don't pre-write anything. Whereabouts are you on that spectrum when it comes to YouTube? Like, how much thought are you giving? Because you seem to give your videos a lot, like, quite a bit of thought, and I love that your cut-ins where you do those close-ups.
Yeah. Yeah, well, the jump cuts, what those are for me are usually what my thought really is. So
Okay.
sometimes it is just me coming up to the camera, but it's like, you're saying, so we have this wonderful rosé wine, but really it's a
Mhm.
piece of
Hey,
shit, right?
Margaret.
Like,
Yeah,
so that's basically what I'm doing is when
yeah,
I do the jump cuts. But the thoughts that come to me are just um usually just just some of the ideas. Okay, make sure you show that, make sure you show that.
yeah,
I've watched the
I
oh
do too.
yeah. Oh,
Me too.
thanks. Actually, and the funny thing is that people that walk by my yard, they always go, I wonder what's going on today, like, and they go, well, that's my line for my, what's going on today, Maureen. Like, they don't know my name, but
Yeah,
they go, what is she growing now? But no, I watched some YouTube videos where they say, write a script, la la la. Oh my gosh, I went to write the script. What are you doing today, Maureen? Okay, so today in the garden. So today in the and
yeah,
it's just like, you know what? Throw the paper away. Just be
yeah,
you. And so there's my thought is whatever is happening in my night, or in the morning, and okay, I'll remember this. I'll try to remember that. I don't write down anything. I fly by the seat of my pants.
okay. And you can't tell it's by the seat of your pants. What the heck? Gamine?
Yeah, I get. Uh, could
What?
I was gonna say, could we have that now in a sentence? No, it is in a sentence. Can we have the definition of
I know, wait, I'm
gamine?
trying to highlight, even Larks is like, "What the hell?"
Hi, Moonsprout.
Um, John? Is that like a Bostonian Portuguese word?
He might have it.
Bostonian Portuguese?
I'm gonna look it up just to see.
Portuguese?
Maybe he has an extra. No, there's not even. No, that's not a word.
No, he made it
Nothing.
up.
Yeah.
I'm not sure who that is. The gaming, not really sure. Oh, by the way, those of you who don't know, the PayPal is not for myself. This is for Mama Al over at Old Ways Gardening.
Oh,
This is her. If you go on to PayPal Friends and Family and you put in Cedar, she will come up for any donations for her and Junior. They are trying to get to another hospital that has a better cardiologist and cardiology. I don't know how you would say that, just department. I'm sure I'm saying that wrong. Yeah,
okay.
even
So
yeah, Homestead Aquarius is like, I don't.
okay. So the word
Or
this gamey, it doesn't. It is it's plural and Scottish for gamekeeper. So I don't think that John was wanting to use a Scottish.
no,
That's
unless
my
he's
sister.
got that under his belt too that we don't
Yeah.
know.
Oh, okay. Yeah, it doesn't give me the pronunciation.
John,
Uh,
could you elaborate on that? Now he's sucking up to Carla.
oh, of course. I just,
Mhm.
it'll stop. That phone will stop. I should have turned off my
It's
phone.
okay.
I have a house phone still.
It's not. Oh, that's amazing. Not many people have that anymore.
Yeah, I don't. I wouldn't. I'm just gonna let her know so she doesn't call again.
I question his ability to marshal. He doesn't have any idea what he said. Larks is saying, yeah, I think so.
I
I
think it
think
was
I'm
just
right.
it's one of those things with the keyboard typo. So yeah, so with my videos, it's mostly flying by the seat of my pants, and
Mhm.
as things come up, that's I'll throw that in there, and then
But
usually
do you think of, like, this is the subject I'd like to hit on, and then
yeah,
here I've gotta get these,
I,
you know,
yeah,
pictures in there.
yeah,
Okay, 'cause
yeah,
there is thought. You can tell there's thought in your video. Even if a lot of it is by the seat of your pants, you can
yeah,
tell there's intention in your
yeah,
videos when you watch them, and
yeah.
you're just a very entertaining personality, but then with the intention and the personality together, it's a great combination. I
Oh, thank
definitely see you doing very well in YouTube.
oh,
Like,
bless your heart. Thank you.
you're welcome. I mean, I'm being totally honest. There's certain people that have a spark and you have the spark.
Oh, thank
So
you.
I think you're gonna do really well. Hey, Howie, there's the other Vancouveran. How do you even say that? Vancouver?
Vancouverite, but well,
Vancouver.
we're
Okay.
Islanders, so we're Vancouver
Islander.
Islanders. So
That's
yeah,
amazing.
I think I've only seen a couple of his
Oh, you
videos. I've been wanting to go and watch some more.
yeah. You too, Howie. Have a great weekend. Fish. Oh, let me see. I'm glad you realized it was me. Thank you.
Right, because
Yeah,
you've changed
people
your
are
name.
surprised. I wanted to get a fresh start and here we go. Gimme means a gang of bad that break laws. I don't break laws.
I
Me?
don't break laws.
No. I haven't been making videos. Maybe that's what he's talking about. I've been doing shorts. Earthling Howie. Yeah. Howie, it's so good to see you. I'm so like happy to see you when you come in. And Howie and was around when I first got on YouTube. And it was around I started actually my father passed in 2018 and I wanted to garden right after that. But then 4 months later my mom had a stroke.
Oh,
So, yeah, but it was gonna be in dedication to my dad. Hey, Tibor, it's so good to see you. It was gonna be in dedication to my father,
mhm.
who grew up on a farm. He had a garden all his life, and then we got here, and he's like, "Hell no, I've tried. I hate this sand. I hate it. I don't want to amend it anymore. I'm not doing it. And when I first tried while he was alive, he laughed because I said I wanted to do it organically. Actually, because back then it was like throw some 7 at it. If it's got bugs, you throw some 7 at it,
Right.
and you amend with the stuff that the big companies are making. In fact, in his notebook, he seemed excited about GMOs because they were so new. And for somebody who is a farmer who watched crops get lost to whatever, he thought, oh, there's hope in this, like that farmers will be able to make more money. Like they won't lose their crops as easily.
Right,
They won't.
right,
He didn't
right.
realize it was going to be
What the
tied
long
up
term.
in these companies.
Exactly.
Yeah, he didn't. He had no clue. Yeah,
No.
no clue. So yeah. Oh, okay. Oh, adventure. See, I'm here. He was saying he hadn't seen me in a while. It's past your bedtime. I know it is for some folks. I'm sorry. Thanks for coming in though and hitting that like. I appreciate it.
So how do you know Howie? Because it's like, here it is.
Howie,
He and I live,
that's what I was going to say. He was
Okay.
part of quite a few people that just, we all came in around the same time. We were all doing like kind of seeking out the same things, but also because of permaculture, I was
Right.
seeking out ways like you to do it in a way that was like the forest, was like the land would do it, was kind of not going to upset the environment. Like I said, the just regular organic growing of annuals did
Right.
not go well for me. So I was like, there's got to be something else. And that's when I found David the Good, because I found his book first,
Right.
which was Crazy Easy Florida Gardening. And I found that first. And then I found him online. And I was like, oh my gosh, okay, this guy's a nut. I love it. Hey, Cashew Gesundheit. Good to see you, honey. Love her. But yeah, I started back then just a little bit at a time. And if you ever go and look at my channel, you can see like 3-year-old video of me putting in my first Florida like food forest plant. Didn't know enough about food forestry then. I knew I had a canopy. I didn't really have any of the middle of the other levels, but I always knew I wanted a passion flower, a passion vine. So I'm like, oh, I'm going to just go for the passion vine. Well, because I didn't have the canopy in place, because I didn't have like the shrubbery, I didn't have my soil prepared, it didn't survive.
Right.
It wasn't, it wasn't prepared. My soil wasn't ready for it. And it also wasn't a good spot for it anyway at the time. So yeah, that's when you got into it, I noticed you like to use a lot of local product. I guess if that's the right word, or input into your garden. You like those coffee bags. I never heard of that.
Yeah.
And I've been on here for like 3 years. I've never heard of anybody using coffee bags. And now I want to go and see if I have a local place to get those.
Yeah.
If you don't know what I'm talking about, you need to go over and check out Maureen's channel and check out it was a series of 3 videos.
That's right. Yeah, where to start. It's kind of where to start gardening. I think it's in its own playlist of my series. I'm going to have it where if I do a series of something but
see, what I'll do is you won't see me on your channel, and then all of a sudden at night I will channel, boom, 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 and I'll watch like a row of your videos.
Right.
And that's just how I have to do it with my little one.
I that was my question, is like, I don't know how everybody, how do people find the balance of, you have your home and then you have your garden. Oh yeah, and remember, you're the star of your YouTube channel and your producer and it's like, and then also you want to come and support all these wonderful other content creators.
Yeah. A naughty child.
I don't know. It says Scottish here, John. It says gamekeeper Scottish. I'm missing the N. That's my problem. Let me try that again.
Yeah, Gamine. Hey, Howard Garden, what's up? What's up, Glenn? And then I watched Glenn, who he was around too when I first came in to this whole YouTube universe. Along with I was watching Pete Canaris. He actually knows Pete Canaris. He's another one that did food forestry, designed permaculture gardens. In fact, that's his business. He puts in basically edible landscape for folks.
Oh, wow.
Oh yeah. If you haven't seen Pete
Brilliant.
Canaris's channel, we would make jokes over on David the Good's channel that he was like the Pied Piper of trees because he always had like this new tree over at Pete Canaris's. Like he just does something and the trees come to him. Like the Florida food forest trees just find their way to Pete Canaris. Okay. Here's a question already for you. Is there anything you would do differently or any big plans for future years? Hey, you get ahead of me. Yeah, that's what I'm wondering too.
Well, this wasn't supposed to be like, let's interview Maureen either, but
I know, but I wanted to find out about you and, it just organically happened. We'll hang out in a minute. You know, get off the hot seat.
Oh, it doesn't feel like a hot seat for me. I'm fine. Is there anything I would do differently in the garden? There is a few things, but like they're just little things because it was like I wasn't planning to do a full on like, hey, can I turn almost my entire yard into a garden? And so like after my husband passed away, it's like we've got a history of park benches, and so we used to take pictures of him and things like that. So I wanted a little park bench, and then a tree that was in the back that had that was a pine tree. It was just awful, and I thought,
when was that, Maureen? When did
he pass?
Yeah,
he passed in 2015.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Doesn't matter because time is irrelevant sometimes.
Well, but it's like I'm going. It's been 8 years. Oh my God.
That's what I mean. Like you don't
yesterday. Either one. And so the tree fell down, and so I wanted to put a fig tree, and I was just going to kind of make it his little corner. So that's what I did, and we put a little brick pad. Well, now I'm adding in gardens later on, and now it doesn't quite fit. I think if I would have had, with what I know now, I would redesign things. But Larks, actually, what I really would like to do is I really would like to buy. I don't need a big acreage, but I would like things just where I can start from scratch with a fresh palette about where I want to put things, and then,
Are you saying it was carved out of the fallen tree? Is that why you can't really shift it?
No, it's because I put in a fig tree and then later on I put in a raised bed right beside it. And you're like, yeah, how well is that going to grow when there's a flipping fig tree right there that's shading this? I made this little park, this little memorial site for my kidults so that they could go and spend time with their dad out there. And then then I add a garden, like, the sun is here, and it's like, now I add this little garden bed, and you're like, dang it, I can't cut down the tree because it's their dad's.
Yeah. Well, you could make that, though, your watermelon patch, because watermelon will grow anywhere. So would pumpkins. Like that could be things that could grow in the shade that don't care area. Like, and trellis it somehow next to it, maybe.
Right.
Like there's ways around it, I'm sure.
Yeah.
I'm sure.
I'm looking at, putting in more of the semi-shade type of gardens and stuff like that. So
yeah, I've got a whole bunch of shade now because we put up during 2020, we put up a whole fence for security. And part of permaculture is observe. You observe.
Right.
So I had observed everything, and it completely changed as soon as we put up that gate. I mean, as soon as we put up the fence, I was so surprised how much the light changed just from a fence that's 6 feet tall. I was like, wow, I can't believe how much shade I have now between the trees and that fence. I don't know what I'm going to do. Just like you said, like, I don't know. Yeah. But it ends up being dappled light. It ends up being good for during our summer too. So, that's always a good thing when it gets really hot. Oh, did she? Oh, thank her. Yeah. Tin TV has a lot of current events and she just covers them with her panel, and it's so good.
Cool.
If you need, somewhere to just kind of go and hang out. She's on late at night too. Reach out to Maureen and have a chit chat. Come back to being good. Is it because she's on with a frog? Is that your problem, Willie Grow? I'm not like pulling her over to the frog team.
Okay, so here's the thing. I am good and I am kind and I am very loyal and I am very supportive. But I just don't do well when a man says, I'm going to control you and you're going to listen to what I want and you're going to do what I want. And it's like, I'm sorry.
What was that word you used for somebody else that was like that? I don't know it. It's a newer word. It's not chauvinist. It's that big bad word. John, you gotta be careful.
So no, I don't have a problem, John, being supporting you, got your back, but don't ever say I control Maureen. Maureen controls Maureen.
Right.
Larks, get the popcorn. Get the popcorn.
Go to bed, Sean, little piece of heaven. Loosen the mankini. Yeah, John, I think you need one of those they have these new pants that have a hammock in them for men. I just saw that in my YouTube. I'm like, why is this coming into my YouTube? Like, I'm like, honey, I got you these. They were targeting me with this. I don't know. Hard-headed woman.
No, I think there is.
Is there? But we're not hard-headed. We're just strong.
Oh my gosh, that's right. When you should jump ship and be. Where do I jump ship, Robert? Then I'm gonna jump over and be in the Wilson Misfits.
Oh yeah, you want to go with Larks? Yeah, there you go. That's a great team, though.
I don't think I'm allowed to jump ship. No, I am happy where I'm at. I am happy on Team Will It Grow. This is true.
Mm-hmm.
Very true.
Yep.
Yeah, we are very different, and I'm not sure why why there's such a draw to each other when we are so different.
Yes, I don't get that either. Oh my gosh, did I already highlight this about drinking Bud Light? Not chance and dildo. Wants you to be a frog. And then Barry, of course, wants you to be a misfit. Aw, come to the dark side. That's what Mama always.
Aw.
Oh, thank you.
Aw, bless her.
Oh, thank you, Melissa. I appreciate that so much. Thank you.
What was the channel she used to see you?
I basically got a divorce. We'll just say that. From a channel that blew Robert up recently. In not a good way. Or at least his effigy. Is that the right word? Effigy? We used to sell those things in the Nature Company. What were they called? Like with the little Native American carvings of bears, and they were like your spirit animal.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And so anyway, on a happier note, that's right. Cashew said it at the same time. That's so funny. Anyway. No, they weren't voodoo dolls. No, not voodoo dolls. But I worked. That was a long time ago. I don't know if you guys had that store up north, Nature Company, and it was so peaceful to work in there. And they had like the Native American flute music, and we had like the rain sticks, and it was just very kind of hippie-ish, but not. I don't know. It was a neat place to work. And then they shut it down, of course, because it wasn't very mallish. The mall rats weren't the ones going in and purchasing a lot from there.
Right.
I took care. Oh, good. I hope so. Yeah, Will It Grow and I, John can be a stinker, but he's very protective too of people that he cares about. And I'm that way too. And I meant like you didn't see me go after the person that I had gone after was somebody who was triangulating women in the community, like trying to get where they live in the side
Wow.
chat by asking them questions and and by pretending like they were going to move to that place and
Wow.
yeah, and he went and tried to pick another friend's wrenches. Like this person didn't know, they were new to YouTube and they had this person up on their panel. And he was like, well, who do you think is good? And I was like, okay, I got to get up on the panel with this guy, which I really don't want to. And it ended up being not pleasant for him. And John's had to do the same thing with this person. And they're no longer really too much around.
Right.
But they were also known to hack into computers and stuff. So that's the other thing, the advice that I would give newcomers into this arena called YouTube. YouTube has backdoors. You
Right.
want to make sure that your computer is secure, that
Yeah.
you have a secure computer when you go and you start doing lives.
Yeah.
It's kind of important.
Yeah. Well, actually, and when you were starting up the live tonight, saying, if you come up, you you need to show your face, and it was like, I
Mhm.
never thought of that.
Yeah. Yep.
Because it's like,
Yeah. 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 I love you, Q. David Divine. I like his name. Temple of Tolerance. The only thing is, cashew, like that word tolerance has gotten such a bad rap. It really has. But yeah, I'll have to check it out.
oh,
I'll have to
Robert's
check it
saying
out.
he's being good over there.
Yes. Well, because that was not going to be mentioned. We're not going to mention that. But Melissa dabbled in it, so
Uh,
Yes, Cashew has. That's actually why I went to Cashew to be over and asked her. She's been around too since I've been on YouTube. She's seen me go through all kinds of stuff, and she's wonderful in protecting channels too. Cashew
mm,
Tight is like one of just an amazing mod, but just great person.
mm-hmm.
Let's see. Robert, you're behaving very well. Good. Hold on, wait a minute. Let me. Yes, you have to, right? Little fish, you totally have to. And a little fish in the kitchen we used to have because I was a fishes and loaves life. So we were like the fish of YouTube.
Yeah,
But she's wonderful. She does a lot of cooking on her channel. Great recipes and stuff. Absolutely love her. She's really sweet. Yes, you are very protective of the people you love.
absolutely, absolutely, John.
Hey, Craig the Hunter. Welcome, welcome. He loves cashew too. Welcome, welcome. Thank you. I know I want to catch you. Oh, I'm going to get on yours sometime, Craig. Yeah, it came right in between when I was getting ready. I wanted to get on, but I couldn't, Craig. I'm sorry. Running around putting my kid down before I had to go up. Uh-oh, what is this? Will it grow? Put the lotion in the basket, John. Uh-oh, where he gets the hose. Eee. Oh, I bet it would be lovely.
Mm,
That sounds wonderful, Bob.
mm-hmm.
And I've known Bob for years too. Yeah, that sounds wonderful. Are you out there enjoying it, I guess, Bob? Probably not a good time for a live if you're out there, but you're welcome to come up if you want to when you're done.
Mm-hmm.
Aw, thanks, Craig. Okay, I'll try. Definitely. Yeah. It is hard to balance things, like you said, like you were talking about. Here's the Craig's. Yeah, guys, go ahead and sub to Craig. He has pretty much a variety show, but they also hit on current events. Um, and kick up their heels too and have some fun. It's definitely very hard to balance it. That's why if I get on somebody's channel, and it's usually at night once my kid's gone to bed, or sometimes I can do it during the day if he's really behaving himself, because Malachi's, um when we adopted him, I just saw actually, I had this video of him, and you could not tell, like, he was just so attentive to the puppies, that we had. You couldn't tell that he had the learning disability that we're dealing with now by how attending he was.
Hmm.
I don't know here if I can show it.
Oh.
I think something actually happened to him between us fostering and then adopting. We don't have the pug anymore, but the pug just adored him. And so does Rezzy, but
Wow.
he was probably 4 months here. He was, when we got him, he was just shy of 12 weeks old, and he was less than my daughter's birth weight. He was so
Oh,
tiny.
wow.
He was so
Wow.
tiny. But they still had family visits for up until, they her and her children were in and out of the system multiple
Right.
times. He was a last grab. They almost missed him, actually. They almost missed him. The kids went home one last time, and one of his older siblings got bit by a pit bull, and it was never looked at. And they had to go back to court and talk before the family court, and they saw the kid's leg. And that's when they decided to bring him back in care for their own protection. And
Wow.
that's when they got Malachi, because Malachi was the baby at home
Right.
while the kids had been in protection previously.
Right.
It's a very, very sad, but at the same time, Malachi, our case manager said, would have been dead. If we didn't get him, he would have died.
Right.
If just from the neglect, and just he had breathing issues that even the doctors gave me a hard time in the beginning. The older doctors are like, talk about male chauvinism. One patted me on the back. Oh, that's just baby noises.
Wow. Yeah.
So I
Yeah.
made an appointment with a female doctor next after that happened. No offense, men in the side chat, but it was 2 older male doctors that kinda ignored it. And as soon as I took him to the female doctor, right away, she was like, "What's going on with his breathing?
Breathing.
Why
Mhm.
is he respirating so fast?" I'm like, "Thank you." I didn't even say a word. She heard it right off
Wow.
the bat.
Wow.
Yeah, I was so grateful. But anyway, so, I don't even know why I brought that up. Oh, he is the reason why I'm usually not able to sit there and watch a video all the way through, because
Right.
he'll tear something up.
Right.
I can write a text and then, do a short text, attend to him,
Yeah.
whatever, or follow him while I'm just
And how
sending a
old is
text.
he now?
He's actually going to be 9 in
Okay.
July.
Yeah.
In July. So, yeah, we have a neurology appointment, and they're so hard to get now, like, because of that big break in time. Um, I've noticed a lot of the specialists are really difficult to see. Some have, like his, are doing very few in the office visits, and a lot of
Mhm.
it is all telehealth.
Right. Right.
That's kind of hard with little ones. Like, it
Yes.
really is.
Yes, it is.
Well, doctors
Hi,
graduate in the
JT
bottom of.
Junior.
Oh no! What? Hey, GT! I didn't see you come in. You snuck in. Good to see you, GT Gross. Wow, that is scary, Cashew. The bottom half of their class. Yikes!
Wow.
Hey, Misha. There's GT. Good to see you, GT. Hey, Misha Lee. Good to see you. Happy Friday. So now, how did you go about finding out about, like, what I mentioned before, the coffee bags? Like, what
Oh,
did you do?
I so I think probably 20 before I started growing. So it was like 2018, 19, somewhere in there. A friend of mine that attends my church, he owns a coffee. It's called Level Ground Coffee Company,
Oh,
and
cool.
his name is Stacy, and he has a channel called Sustainable Stace. Well, I would just watch him. Like I live vicariously. There's no way that I'm going to grow. I can't grow a damn thing. I'll just watch Stacy grow.
Do
And
it.
and so because of his coffee company, he was always showing how he was using his coffee bags. And it was like,
Oh.
once I did get into growing, it was like, can I, I know you own the company, so how do I get them? And they were super cheap. It was like for your first 20, it was $20. And then anything over and above that, it was still
Mhm.
just $20. So if you
That's
said,
awesome.
okay, I want 200, it would be $20.
No
And then,
way.
yeah. And then this past year, they just said, just come and take them. Just come and take them. So I was
Yeah.
like, so I went and loaded up, and then I let everybody know. I let different friends know I've got them, so then they can just
Yeah.
come and take 4 or 5 or 10 or 20, or I try to,
Yeah.
here, take more. So,
Yeah.
mhm.
That's awesome though,
Yeah,
because then you figured all these different ways to use them
yeah.
in
Well,
the
because
garden and now
they break
go ahead.
down,
Yeah.
right, over time. So there is ones that are really thick. So those are the ones that I really like to go down, underneath the wood chips or whatever. I like those to go down.
Mhm.
The other ones, that I want, if they are going to break down, I'll let them be up a little higher, or use those. Like all around my broccoli, I still have all my coffee sacks, and then there is straw over top. And it's like I
Mhm.
barely have to water out there.
Yeah, no,
Really.
I loved that idea and I liked it better than like landscape fabric because you were saying something about the landscape fabric. Have you heard bad things about the fabric, not the plastic, but the fabric itself?
No, no. The
Okay.
problem with landscape fabric is that it just lets moisture through, but it won't let like if you've got stuff breaking down above it, it's not letting
Mhm.
the nutrients through because of the type of barrier that it is. Like sure,
Oh,
probably some minute things get
yeah.
through. So I'm not opposed to landscape fabric when it has places for application,
Yeah.
but and also there could be, who knows if there's something leaching. Again, I'm not too concerned, but it's just the fact that whatever's going through, it doesn't get through the landscape fabric. So it was
Okay.
like, lift them up, put coffee sacks, and we did that 3 years ago, and there's barely any weeds. Like it's just because of
Yeah.
the thickness of the coffee sacks and the wood chips. Around my shrubs, there's hardly any weeds at all.
I like that idea so much. I
Yeah,
totally want
keeps
to
in the
do that.
natural.
Yeah, I like that a lot. I want to go and check out and see because we have some, I think we have Common Grounds is one of the
Like it's a
coffee.
coffee roaster.
It's a
Mhm.
coffee roaster, I believe that's local. So I'm going to check them out. Thanks to you. And do you go and also get spent coffee grounds from them and use those or no?
I haven't done that yet. Yeah, I haven't gone around to see, uh, who's got coffee grounds. Um,
Hmm.
yeah.
How are you building your soil in your garden as far as are you still, I saw you were using some of the bag from a local place.
Yeah, and the
Um,
local places, it's a dairy, yeah, it's a cattle farm,
okay.
dairy farm.
Oh,
And then
nice.
then also they bring in all of, the yard waste and wood waste, and like when there's big construction, like and they're moving trees, they'll bring it, and they break it down, and they are at a level um of being, oh yeah, there's that word that's left me. Um,
Almost organic.
yes,
Almost.
no, they are certified organic.
That's
Not that,
wonderful.
yeah, so they just got their certification, and they
No,
do.
that matters a lot right now because Grazon is killing people's gardens and it's coming right through a cow.
Yeah,
They are eating
but
it and
it's coming through the organic soil, because that's what I had last year.
yeah,
It was an organic soil from Costco, and it destroyed all my plants. You
yeah.
know,
And the mushroom compost, people are like, "Oh, I'm gonna use the mushroom compost instead." Mushrooms are grown in the same poop.
yeah,
So you may be avoiding like using a lot of it, but you
yeah.
can still get contaminated mushroom compost also. Yeah, it's really difficult. The
So
immunocuralids are awful.
your best bet is just to get into the point of starting now and making your own. you know,
Yeah.
so that's basically, you know, I've got 3 pallet wood compost bins in the back that I've now gotten to a place where it's like I'm going to be able to fill my own. So, what did you get?
I'm just reading what Cashew put. That's all. Nothing. Like I must have missed something in the side chat. Hold on.
Scroll back up.
I know. Let me see. What did I miss? This is Dr.
Yeah,
we were talking about Dr. Yeah, I heard that Starbucks. Okay. I heard Starbucks does give away some for free. I want to go there and get some of that. I also heard for the people who do cracky, the cracky method is basically you're not using any kind of air stones. You're not for hydroponics. It's just basically your nutrient water, your plant, and a container that doesn't let in light. You can go to their bakery and get containers that they'll sell you super cheap to do cracky. Yeah, the cracky method. Look it up. It's really for if you can't get outside like during the winter. But you said you have a greenhouse, so you're pretty much kind of set if you've got a greenhouse to keep things going. Cracky method inside is definitely a viable option. That's first YouTube. Oh, I'll be darned. Many other channels again follow either on his pen. Yeah. Yep, he's back now too, Melissa. He gets in trouble because he hits on things and talks about things that YouTube frowns upon. On this channel, the #1 host is South Florida Sunshine's Garden. They were giving all the numbers. I don't have to worry about being at bottom of the barrel, Cashew. Thank you. Or the 0.5% like the doctors. Right. Appreciate that.
So now, you know, since she's, you know, hosting and she's interviewing, now we get into the deep stuff where, you know, it's like, let's see if we can make her cry. Ask the questions to make the guest cry.
I'm good at crying on my own. I actually don't need a guest for that. Leave it. Especially for other people when they're going through a rough time. That's what happened. I think it was last week or the week before. My friends were having some really rough stuff, and I was like trying so hard to hold it together for my life.
You know, it's like, yeah, trying not to look like you're crying.
Well, you'll always know because I go stupid nose, like the tears come through my nose. I found that my landscape fabric breaks down in about 3 to 5 years, but I roast my own coffee beans. Oh, cool, Carla. Yeah. I have one coffee plant. It's not enough.
So Carla, do you with your landscape fabric, is it the fabricy kind, or is it the one that's more plastic?
I've used the polywoven fabric, but I also cut it out below my beds. I used it specifically for weed suppression. Okay.
Yeah, that's right. Like you have that like on a lot of, like under a lot of your plant pots, I think is what I've seen. Lark, I think on your
for the pathways I did the landscape fabric, but mine is so light the weeds get through it. So it's like, that's why I'm ready for the coffee bags if I can find them. I actually thought it was shade cloth. That's how like light it was.
Oh, but wow.
Shade cloth is actually even heavier than what I got. So that's why it was on sale at Walmart.
Of course.
Paranormal. Oh, that's true. Melissa. I love you. You are good at those comments. You can crack me up. They're called. I think I've heard of them. Okay. Yeah. And yeah, there is a channel that does that, and he's been doing it for quite a while. Oh, I'm behind. Let's see. Hold on. I used to get spent coffee grounds from Starbucks, but our local Starbucks doesn't. Oh, they don't give them away anymore. Wow. I wonder if they had some legal issues. Huh. What about, am I Barbara Walters? Give the crying question? Or Oprah? This is, I know, fella. Hold on. Oh my goodness. I'm like way behind. Sorry, guys. I know a fellow who was in hydroponics big time. The bottoms of his tanks lava rocks. Like that probably helps it stay clean. Does it clean the water
Mm.
naturally? Just like Fiji water? Um, that's the sound Robert makes when he's on the phone with me. What's that? Crying? You're awful, Sean. It's so bad, Sean.
A woven
Yeah,
pillow.
okay. That's
Yeah.
what I used to, the
Yeah. And
woven
it does break down over time. Yeah, it definitely does.
let's see. As though I show it in some of the early okay. Oh, they get their nutrients from it. That's interesting.
Mm.
Interesting. Take 5 gallon.
That's a good idea.
Yeah, that's an option. That's for sure. Also, too, like if you're going to a larger church, sometimes they have those spent coffee grounds
Yeah,
that you
that's
can use.
another really good thing is to use the paper feed sacks.
Mhm. I use a lot of paper feeds. That's awesome. Yeah,
Yeah.
I don't know where I could get those. Not
'Cause you
really
can't
sure.
have little chicks yet.
I know. I gotta make a list. I need to make a list of all these things.
Are you planning to move so that you can move to a place where you can have animals?
I'm praying, definitely praying, especially after this week of hearing I mean, it was a kid shot at their birthday party. They're living, thank God. They lived through it. It wasn't a murder. But I the thing is when we moved here, all that was on my shoulders. I kind of got our last place ready. I mean, including replacing faucets and lights and it was a pretty new place. So to have to do it for that one, it was small. It was like 1,000 square feet. This one is a lot older. This one also has different we have the flex pipe here, which I'm not like too good with. I'm afraid of that stuff.
Hmm.
Uh, I can learn. It's just a matter of like getting underneath my sink and coming into contact with any of it. I don't wanna mess it up and have a leak kind of thing. But no,
Right,
it's just a lot of work on my shoulders to get this place ready 'cause, in all honesty, my mom this room is filled with my mom's stuff right now, and
right,
some of ours too, because we moved things around. Once she passed away, we moved some of her furniture around that was in here to prepare this room as, like, a staging area to go through everything that came out of storage.
right,
And just like you say, balancing time, I have barely gotten in here. Like, I barely touched what's here other than to say, "Okay, this stack will probably go to my sister when I eventually send it."
right.
We're not even talking right now. So it's like, "Ah, ah."
Uh,
But it could have been worse. Like, I helped my parents. They had a 5-bedroom house here in Florida, in Boca, and it was their house for 30 years. And when my brother passed away, who was at their house, I started from the attic down and with their permission, of course, and I started going and helping them process out all that stuff and decide what to give away, what to sell, what to keep.
right, right,
Thank God I did that because this is enough to deal with now. And you know what it's like when you're dealing with your loved one's stuff after they pass compared
yep,
to when they're alive. It's a totally different thing.
yep,
Um, and so, yeah, I have that to deal with before we would ever move. But yeah, I'm on Realtor just today looking at farms, looking to see what's available, price wise, what's the prices like, what's the taxes like, and then of course, if things start to look interesting in that area, then I'll check out the crime, then I'll check out, I go down to even sometimes looking child molesters. Because in the country,
yep,
you tend to have a lot of them because they're not necessarily near a school and it's where they can live.
right.
So, like, things like that. It's just a lot. Definitely a lot. "Oh,
Hmm.
it's very easy to work with," Lark says. "Okay, good, then you can help me troubleshoot." Like, if I
Well,
have to, I might not have to touch it.
I'm just thinking between you and Larks, like it's like, well, I'll just make a list of things because you two ladies seem to be like, handy girls, and it's like, I can use
Oh,
a
I love
couple of handy
projects. Yeah,
girls.
I love
So,
projects. I miss
mhm,
my I wanna get out my, like, chop saw and make something, but my husband is even saying, like, in the backyard, he really doesn't it's a good thing I got vinyl because he doesn't want wood.
right.
Yeah, the cardboard, I've thought about that too, using the cardboard. People do that, like, all over YouTube. It's like, "Oh, how do you fill your bed?" And it's like cardboard and branches. And like, yeah,
You remember back in 2020 when you were at home and all you're doing is ordering it from Amazon? You have all those boxes?
that's right.
Put those in.
That's right.
I love this next
Exactly.
one. This next.
I may have gotten the instruction. Head of the donut shop tomorrow. Oh my gosh,
Is
Cashew,
it
that's too
coffee
funny.
grounds or donuts? I don't
We
know. I
wa
think I'll ask for the donuts.
Yeah, yeah, what are the donuts? We watched this one, Cashew, this one, Curious George, where he's learning 0 to 100, and it is so cute, and it's all about donuts, and he ends up ordering, like, and he gets it wrong, and he does the 1,000 to 1,000, and he makes an order for 1,000 donuts for the man in the yellow hat. So the man in the yellow hat comes home, and George is hitting them all over. You see him, like, hanging on the light, and Malachi loves that. But at the same time, Malachi gets worried for him, and at the end, when the firefighters eat them all, he has cried more than once over them all getting eaten by the
Aw.
Yeah, it's so weird, like, how he gets, like, "Oh, they're gonna be eaten by the firefighters. It's over." Oh, I like the cake ones, yeah. They when I was pregnant with Hannah, I wanted a French cruller almost every morning. Worst thing ever. I'm so surprised I didn't end up with that, like, diabetes that you can get when
Gestational
you're pregnant.
diabetes? Mhm.
Yeah, I was so like, once I could eat, I wanted cake, and I wanted, like, bad, because I couldn't eat for the longest time, I was getting sick. But, yeah, I wanted my coffee, and I wanted donuts. That was a big, big craving.
Mm.
Oh, okay. Yeah, and I grew up with a handy dad that I would follow around because I was a daddy's girl.
Mm.
That would have been cool, though, working in a hardware store.
I grew up in a hard working in a hardware store, so that's how I know how to use these tools.
That's
I don't
right.
know. I don't know. I think it's like, well, I grew up you know, the stuff I grew up with, it's like it's not helped me in my life now. Yeah, that's
Something
this is very true, Tibor.
yeah. It's tr yeah.
Yeah, every time I
Wow.
go visit my mom, I actually just take things, I'm just
Yeah,
gonna take
take it
that now.
now.
I'm just
Yeah.
take that now.
Yeah, we tried to talk my mom into that, and she was by that time, I didn't know she was already going into her own type of dementia.
Right.
Oops. I looked in Kentucky, I saw some places. My husband, though, needs a warm climate, Storms. He can't go where it gets really
Oh
cold.
yeah, I was gonna ask you, would you be staying in Florida? Would you try to
I was actually looking at, places that are good for living off grid. Let's see, I'm all in my
it was
gray
just the
computer.
Krispy Kreme when she was nursing Misha Lee.
Yeah. Oh gosh, yeah, Krispy Kreme, mhm. Um, but yeah, I was looking here. Oh no, that's terrible for their brittle bones because you were eating Krispy Kremes. Oh no. Those Krispy Kremes are good, especially when they're warm. They just all that fat just slides on down. Just
Mhm.
miraculously slides on down.
Yeah, it might not have been the Krispy Kremes. Had she not eaten the Krispy Kremes, maybe they would have had even brittler bones. And this has
Yeah,
actually built their bones up.
exactly. Because she probably had coffee with milk in it, and the milk in the coffee helped.
Oh, oh, John says Cape Cod.
Oh my goodness. GT, you're so funny. Yeah, probably not Alaska, although we love to watch Alone, and we love to watch, like, those programs about, like, the Native Alaskans that they have on now, um, and just how they live there. We love to see Alaska, it's beautiful. Yeah, right, Cape Cod, we used to actually the family used to vacation there, the PA family, and then we would go up and vacation with my great-grandmother in Cape Cod, John.
GT Junior, when was the last, bit of snow that you saw in your community? That's
Yeah,
what
the
I want to know.
mosquitoes. Yeah, theirs are helicopter size too, I've heard that.
They move
We
the
have ones
chicken.
with chainsaws in Florida.
Mm.
Ours carry chainsaws, so you think you're gonna be okay in your little screened-in patio, and they're like, "Meep, meep, meep, oh, come on, fellas," and you get eaten alive.
Mm.
We'll go with that. Of course. The milk and the coffee did it. Helped.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, let me see. Many moons ago, my hangover cure was 2 Boston cream. Oh, Boston cream used to be my favorite, but now with chocolate milk, oh my gosh. I can't even have any of that. May something was when he had snow.
May something. So, hey, move to Alaska. You get snow up till May. That's a great selling feature there, GT Junior. Yeah, yeah.
I would have to, like, have
No.
my greenhouse, like, right attached to my house because
Yes.
I
What
wouldn't
would
wanna
be like
go
big
from the
greenhouse?
house.
Yeah,
Yeah, I wouldn't
just live in the
I wouldn't
greenhouse. Well, because they do
do
grow bananas up there.
Yeah, I haven't seen that. I've seen our other friends do it on the coast, but I haven't seen the Alaska bananas. Oh, I have not. Nah, I won't kick you out. Okay, that sounds good.
Are
When you
you
get
gonna
back.
go get some donuts? Because I don't know.
Oh, yeah, don't mention the 6 months of darkness. I might not want to come. Yeah, that's where
Oh,
I was looking, Larks. I was looking South Carolina, North Carolina.
right.
Yeah, but Larks, you have to understand my husband, like anything in 60 is cold for him. He's just cold intolerant.
Wow, they didn't get any snow.
Wow, okay.
May 3rd was GT Junior's last snow.
Mm, that sounds good.
Wow.
Okay. It was May 3rd. Yeah, we don't guess how many snow days we have here, GT?
Big fat zero.
Unless I think my husband would like to keep it that way. But yeah, Larks, I looked at South Carolina. Do you know South Carolina is the state with the most nuclear power plants of any state? And we looked at this like over 10 years ago. The place is covered in them. Not to mention back then, because it was a state that grew a lot of tobacco, they were the last to give up the smoking in the restaurants. So we went there, my mother and I, to visit friends and to look at property for them. Like we thought, oh, we'll get houses next to each other.
Right.
We're going in all these places and people are still smoking inside.
Yeah.
And we're like, what's going on? And then finally somebody's like, ma'am, this is a tobacco state. We're very proud of our tobacco. We're not giving that up, ma'am. I was
Good night,
like,
How to
"Oh."
Garden.
I'm like, "Okay, well, I'm asthmatic and I was just, I'm not trying to put down your tobacco
No, no,
culture.
no.
I just can't breathe and eat at the same time." And
No,
it was
and they do, like, because I remember, traveling in the South of Mississippi there, and the people would be still smoking. This is quite a few years ago, and they
yeah.
would have a fork, and it was like,
Yes.
are you serious? Like, even in
Yes.
like up here, people didn't do that. Like, you ate, and then you would have your. This was like
Yeah.
smoke and eat, smoke and eat.
I did hear from a smoker, though, what would happen is as soon as they light up, it seems like that's when the food gets delivered. So they get
Right,
stuck in that
right.
position. It did get to 31 below when the vortex went through. Oh my gosh. Tibor. He's in Ohio, I believe.
Mm.
Worst place to live with the crap going on. And yeah, it would be. You're right. Yeah. That's why I was saying it. South Carolina would be just one big target with
Yeah.
all those.
I just
Exactly.
I just think it's hilarious that not hilarious, but it's just like you have a checklist. Okay, I need to know how many nuclear plants. I need to know how many pedophiles. I need to know how many drunk driving things. Like
I
you
don't
got
screw
quite the
around.
list.
I don't screw around.
That's
When it
great.
comes to certain things, I just don't screw around.
Yeah, no, and it's like I've never thought of that. I just like, well, that looks like a good place to live. I'll go live there. It's like, no, Maureen, do your freaking homework. Call Carol. Carol, what do I need to
Oh my
make sure that
gosh.
could you just research this area that I'm looking at right now?
Sure.
Because it's
Yeah.
like, oh my
Well,
gosh,
I'll be
I'm like
changing
a fool.
demographics in about a week.
Hmm.
That was just a
Uh,
few days ago, though. Oh, a few days. Okay.
if I do a minus,
Yep.
and
Yeah,
okay,
he said, yep. Homestead Aquarius smokes. And he said, yep. Used to be the fastest way to get your food. Just light up a cigarette and there it came to
boom, it's
the
there.
table.
Yeah, GT asked, he did, I'm not sure if you're there yet, but he asked about
Oh,
what. So we get down to like a minus 10 Celsius, which is about 14 Fahrenheit. So that's like we might like, and that doesn't stay for here very long. It's a minus 10, we could hit a minus 15. So it would
oh.
be getting closer. What would be a minus 15 in Fahrenheit for you guys?
Oh,
15.
okay. That's
But
not
that
fair.
would be a 5. So it would be 5.
Boy,
But
that's
that would be very rare here. That would be
so
like
chilling.
it would be like a freaky thing. And then we sit at about 29. Um, we do hit some 30s. So 29 is 84 degrees for you
Okay.
guys. If we get to like a 32, it stays pretty mild, like pretty mild here, which would be an 89 for you guys. Um, so that's our range. It's
Do you guys cool off at night? Kind of like how I
mhm.
thought you like
Yeah,
California
yeah.
does.
It's like it'll cool off, and you're like, oh, it's lovely,
Hmm.
and then there'll be lots to do in the morning, and then up comes the sun, and
Yeah, we
I
lived
like
in California and it was like that. And that part I did love. I loved that they cooled off at night. You got that break here. We don't cool off too much. It still stays stagnant
oh,
heat, even
oh
in the dark. So I do miss that. I definitely miss that. Like I
yeah.
said, I haven't seen snow in 5 years. Oh, wow, that's amazing for up there?
Mhm.
Wow, that's crazy. Anything above 0 is tolerable. Yeah, for some people are
Yeah, even for
folks.
but again,
Yeah,
our
89 is nice.
we don't stay in a cold, like it doesn't go like let's stay cold for weeks on end. It just it'll dip down and then we're right back up again. So
GT, we're 81 right now at night. We're 81. But that's also we've had rain all day off and on.
you've had
And
this kind of miserable rainy thing for quite some time, haven't you?
yeah,
What
we've
am I?
had almost it's weeks and weeks of rainy days.
So right
And
now I'm at 19 Celsius. So it's 66 right now at night for us. It's 66.2 Fahrenheit. But I was in,
I
where was I? Was
agree.
I in Jacksonville? Might have been in Jacksonville. Um, and we and it was a group of my cousins there. We were all staying on the coast and or on the water. And every day, uh, if we went out, okay, do a little shopping, come home, everybody would shower. Everybody
Mhm.
would shower. Then we'd go out again, then you come home. And it was like, I'm on my fifth shower because
Mm.
you just came home and you're just clammy and wet.
Yeah.
And it
We
was,
just save it for nighttime here because 'cause we're so used to it. We just wait until we do it before bed because we know it's just gonna keep happening.
that's right.
It's like, why fight with it?
Yeah. Yeah.
65 is nice. I like 65.
Yeah. Yeah. And that's our nighttime. Like, so it was warmer in the
Yeah.
day. So this is lovely. You can, I windows open and that's all you need.
Yeah, I like that kinda time.
74 here and
What was but not above 90. Yeah, I have a thin comfort zone now too as I'm getting older. I'm still Aquarius. Yep.
mhm.
Did you say PA had record-breaking cold weather in the what? Really? That's crazy.
Wow.
I know during springtime, Misha, we used to go, we'd lay out, and then winter would come right back, like but that was just when spring was breaking, and I saw it happening other places this year, but right now, a 50?
So
That's
what is
weird.
PA?
Pennsylvania.
Pennsylvania? Okay.
In Pennsylvania. I have family in Pennsylvania,
Yeah.
and my parents lived their last 10 years. They did it backwards. They went and retired to PA because we have family up there. So but they had a good time, so that's what matters. It's 63. That's mild, I guess, when you think of Alaska, you don't think
Yeah. So
you
that's
think
not
it'd
too
be
bad.
colder.
So it's okay for today.
Yeah, 74. Okay. Missouri it's Missouri, right, Duncan? MO, I think? I was sweet. There you go.
Mm.
Sweet taters are kinda year-round here. 68 at the moment, dropping at 63. See, I like that kind of weather at nighttime. Maybe even in the day, I like it in the 70s too. It's really
Ooh,
nice, but we don't get that.
where's
Oh,
Gerald?
wait, okay, but she's in Texas. Texas gets some
Ah,
freaking hot weather there,
yeah.
and it's hot for me.
Mhm.
That's so weird, Tibor, isn't it?
Mhm.
I wonder if that's the hopefully that cold front, though, will push out what we're seeing over in the Atlantic and keep it away from Florida. It'll come down. Yeah, Missouri, okay. Mhm. I haven't seen Gear now that you said Missouri. I haven't seen him today, or I don't know if I saw him yesterday. I'm not sure. Midnight and 65 here. We had a record breaking heat here in Texas. That's what yeah,
Woo!
Carla was telling us. And then the heat index
Hello.
was like 126 or something, little fish. That's crazy. No. Q, I think Washington. She's out
Yeah.
near you. 10 p.m., 70 degrees.
She's in Washington State, right? You're in
Yeah,
Washington State, right, Q?
Washington State.
So
Yeah.
you're just right across the water from me.
And Alabama, you bet. I looked at Alabama too. I'm sort of curious because I was looking at Georgia and just looked at some properties in Alabama. I saw, some nice properties, but I got to get this place ready to get to any of them.
Mhm.
And I don't know what the prices are going. I want to get this place ready only because of the equity that's in it right now. But the problem is my husband has been with his company for like 25 years, just about. So that's really a hard job to leave, and it's only here.
Oh,
It's a Florida corporation started by a
right.
family, and they even started to move up north in the state, and then they sold off all the like, I was getting hopeful because they were starting to edge towards Georgia, and I was like, "Oh, that's gonna be a possibility," and then
Right.
all of a sudden, they sold off all their northern branches, and I was like, "Dang,
Dang.
dang it." And of course, our daughter, she's my stepdaughter, but she has all our we have 3 grandchildren from her, is in Atlanta. They were talking about coming back
Mm.
down, and then they were like, "No, we're just gonna end up staying 'cause,"
Yeah,
Nicholas, who's our oldest grandson, is happy at the school, and
of
she's got a
course.
great job that they let her go back to.
Right.
Yeah, Alabama's very humid. Yep, Lorks.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, that's crazy, little fish.
Ah! Ah!
How can you survive on 111? You're not even supposed to have a fever of 105. What are you doing walking around? It's crazy. Oh
Oh,
gosh.
what was Barry? Barry said, so Barry, where are you? He says, I'm 56 now. My threshold for cold weather is weaker every year. I agree. Like, that's like, you know, so where's Barry?
Yeah, he's Kentucky. He's
Okay.
Kentucky. What state are you in? Living the rogue life is Texas, little fish. Oh, hey, Garter Josh. What's up? It's hot in Texas that caused storms in the river valleys of Ohio. It's just all kinds of wacky.
Mhm.
I don't know if like they're saying the polls are shifting some more. But I didn't get to watch the video about it
Mm.
tonight. I'd like to go back and watch that. Can't handle heat. Hold on. I can't handle heat. I'm crappy if it hits 80 outside. Oh my god, no, you can't. You would be miserable here, Shawnee. I'm telling you, girl. Yeah,
No,
he's
I
right in the
can
middle.
handle. Oh, you're right in the middle. Oh, right, okay, right in the middle of the state. I can handle the hot as long as I am, got a nice big drink in my hand, and I'm
Mhm.
beside a pool, and there's people bringing me food, and someone takes care of my, hotel room. I could live like that all
Oh,
the
yeah.
time.
Oh, the resort life? I could handle that. Yeah.
Mhm.
If I could wear just like a bikini most of the time, but I don't do that anymore for, just kind of reasons.
Mm.
Sort of kind of reasons that I have.
97 for Gardner Josh.
He's
Woo!
Oklahoma. Oklahoma actually is a good state too for farming,
Yeah,
for land.
yeah. And what about for safety?
I haven't looked into the safety of it yet, but for off grid, in fact, I had just shared something and he had seen it already with Josh today about man talking about living off grid in Oklahoma. And it, the laws there are a lot friendlier to off grid folks and self sustaining folks. In Florida, they are not in some areas.
They just
They
poo-poo
are,
on everything. No animals, no
yeah,
off-grid.
I'm here. You'll be safe. Oh, Josh, thanks. 100 degrees next week for you, Duncan, in Missouri. Oh my goodness. Storms always come from Texas, Oklahoma region. There's the worst, but I'm normal. Yeah, I'm scared of August too, little fish. And not just the heat. They're talking about like El Nino and El Nino. It's something about it shifting. We've been having most of the storms come up and then they hit towards the panhandle on the western side of Florida. And if we have a shift, it'll start coming back at our side again. And, God bless the people on the west side. And I don't want them hit either. I don't want anybody hit, but I definitely don't want us hit because we're not far from the coast where I'm
Right,
at.
right.
And
And you're
yeah,
on the so then that means you're on the east side?
we're on
Oh,
the east side of Florida.
yeah.
Yep. Yeah, we're in Palm Beach County. I could probably take a drive and go visit Trump's Mar-a-Lago, but he won't let me in. I don't belong to the club. But I can drive by it and be like, "Hi,
Remember
hello,
me?
yeah, hello." I drive by, go get ice cream. How are you?
Mm.
Look at Northeast Texas. Yeah, I don't think after talking about how hot it is in Texas, Larks, that appeals to me. What I would love, except for hurricanes, is Galveston. I think it's how Galveston? Galveston is how you say it?
Galveston, yeah.
Yeah.
I think so.
That island, it's beautiful. And we watched that couple on HGTV who's always redoing the homes. Unfortunately, you realize they're redoing it from it flooding in a
Right.
past hurricane. That's what we're talking about today. We were having August weather now. Yeah, August is I don't know. Even here it's gonna be a little scary. I was born in Cleveland. Yeah. Barry has a health
Yeah.
condition, but yeah, that's what does it. I'm telling you, that's the same thing with the fibro. I'm so sensitive to temperature changes, and
Yep.
when it like today, I could tell it was a low pressure storm just by getting up and how I felt. Like just I
Yep.
was so sore all over the place.
Yeah.
Yay! Passamaquoddy just finished another
Woo!
potholder set.
Woo! Woo! We need a little jingle bell. Bring.
Yeah, that's a good idea. I like that idea. Massachusetts will let you know.
As long as I can
That's
tax it.
true. Yeah, I think I'll pass on like the Massachusetts and the PA taxes. No thanks. I've seen your taxes. Nope. What you're taking into mind is the Texas. Central South Texas gets hot, 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 and Northeast Texas.
Right. That's true.
Oh. Okay.
Yeah. Well, I know I've talked to someone in Texas who they were another 9B, and so I think it was probably the northern part of
Yeah.
Texas that.
I'll have to talk to Devil Dog. I forget where he's at. He's in Texas, but I forget where. Missouri.
Oh wow, extreme weather. Summers are hot.
And that's where
It's
everybody's
cold.
going, though. A lot of homesteaders went to Missouri because
Missouri,
it's
really?
inland, because they're hearing things about, upcoming possibilities of war,
Right.
and that part will possibly be still there if we do go to war.
Massachusetts.
I love it.
That's so good.
Massachusetts,
That's so
yeah,
good.
Massachusetts and the mass holes. No
Mm.
thanks. You can keep them, John. No offense to, oh no, I just banned Will It Grow by accident. How do I get him back? My my freaking thing delayed. Oh no, John, I'm so sorry. Wait, I gotta find a remote. Wait, where are you? Shit. I'm
Oh
so sorry.
no!
I
Oh
can't find
no!
it. Fudge. I am so sorry, Will It Grow. That was not intentional at all, and I can't find your other comments. It must have just. Oh shoot! What do I do, guys? You got it? Can you get it back? Crap. Really? This is just unbelievable. Hold on.
Oh, he will make you pay.
I
You
know.
will
That was
pay.
hold
You will
on. He's a
pay.
moderator. How did I do that? It doesn't say he's hidden on the other side though, Cashew. So I don't know what happened. Go to channel pin. Fudge. I am so sorry, John. Damn it. Oh my gosh. It doesn't say. Is it okay? Okay. Good. Thank you, Cashew. Bless
Well,
you.
let's just
I'm
make
gonna
sure that
die now.
is he in there? Are you still there, John?
John, will you say something? I know I'm in deep doo-doo. It
No.
it hiccuped just as I was going. I did. I didn't mean to ban him. Thank you, Larks. Okay. Oh, good. That was a total
Okay.
mistake, John. I'm so sorry. Thank God. She was acted fast. Oh my gosh. I asked my husband, and I guess he didn't get it done. He must have just got the batteries, but I'm hearing our fire alarm. I mean, our smoke detector go chirp every like maybe 10 minutes.
Mm.
Yeah, so we might be waking up to it going off. Well, I'm glad I made everybody laugh. Poor Will It Grow. Oh my gosh. John, you gotta say something so I can see. Oh no.
Like, speak, John. Are you okay? Are you alive?
Speak, John.
I think Barry said if a mod can't fix it, you'll have to go into your YouTube studio and fix it there.
Oh, okay. So hold on. Maybe I can go into edit video on this side. Let me see. That is hilarious and sad too, because I didn't do it on purpose.
Of all the people, of all
Right?
the people.
Oh my gosh, what the heck? I don't know where that is.
Oh, Robert says, Carol, you did great, and you made it look like it was accidental.
Shoot. I don't know what it's under. Where is that, Barry? Where I know what you're talking about. It's like a box and it has all your folks. I can't find that box where it has the folks that are hidden from the channel. Crap. John, I am so sorry. I will fix it. I can't find it. And my computer was glitchy tonight anyway. I said that. Oh my gosh.
Oh, and other interesting news, because when I was doing that kind of testing the live of just doing it right off of YouTube, and I went, how do I get one or the other? Well, I did have there is a second one there, but I didn't think it was mine.
Mm-hmm.
It didn't have a picture.
Okay.
So I did find it yesterday, so I can use StreamYard. StreamYard has let me choose my Deep in the Dirt channel, so it's like,
oh,
yay!
good, yeah. Okay, because I was gonna say we could go over that.
Yeah, no.
You want it to.
It's
You figured it out.
oh, he's probably blowing a head gasket. Yep,
I
he is.
can't find it. Guys, where is that?
Oh my gosh.
He's gonna kill me.
Oh my gosh. Robert just said,
Is he texting you, Robert?
yeah.
So dead.
He said, my phone's blowing up. He
I
said, I've
can't
never
get
seen John
it.
so mad. Are you being honest, Robert?
Tell him I'm so sorry. I don't know what the hell. I
Gary
can't.
said, Carol, on the left side, go to settings.
Okay, that's what I was. All right. Okay, community maybe? Yes. Okay. Oh my goodness, I cannot believe this. He's not in there. I don't see him in my hidden users. What the heck?
I don't even know how to do this stuff.
That's weird. Well, you have hidden users. That's something too you and I might have to discuss so you can
I can try hiding and unhiding again.
What?
Oh,
I'm so dead. Seriously, tell him
I can't repeat the things he is saying.
I can't even find him in here. Like, he's not here. He's not here.
Maquati is crying. She's laughing so hard she can't see her phone. Oh my gosh, she's wailing and gnashing of teeth. We should tear some sackcloths and ashes. What have we done?
He's not in either one. He's not listed as a. This thing is screwed up. He's not listed as a mod, and he's not listed as being hidden. You gotta be kidding me.
We need to get the popcorn, the pretzels, the hot dogs, the snickerdoodles. We need it all. Bring it in. Bring it in. Oh.
Maybe because he's saying inappropriate things, because it does say.
No, Carla's getting texts too. Ah!
Oh my gosh, I am so dead. John, I didn't mean to do it.
He's not hidden.
He's not hidden. Tell him to talk.
He says he's not hidden. Robert says the last time he was this upset was when he lost his teddy bear.
Oh my god. It sucks. I can't fix
it. He's no longer hidden. But he's not talking.
He has to talk to see if it.
Say something.
And I can't get out of my YouTube studio now. Okay, let me close that. Let me see.
Carla said, get your helmets ready.
I am so
I think I hear my mom calling me. My mom calls
I know, right? I'm gonna
my mom calls me at this time of night to say goodnight.
If you really have to, if you're for real, you really have to go. I totally understand, but I can't.
I texted
You're
my daughter.
joking to get out of here because you don't.
No, I do actually. At 10 o'clock every night, I say goodnight to my mom.
Oh,
my mom and I call.
I love that. Oh god, hold on. Oh hey, Kentucky Goblin. I didn't see you come in with all this craziness going on. Let me try again to hide and unhide him, like we were saying, if I can get back up to him.
Yes, yeah, I will wear my face mask.
Hide and then undo. It's not. I'm gonna add him as a moderator again.
Bob's back in the house. Mrs. and I are back in the house. I'm just giving.
Oh, okay, Bob.
I'm just going to do the play-by-play.
Thank you, because I'm trying to fix this. All right, I made him a mod again, and he should be back. I don't know what the heck.
Robert, where is
Robert, tell him John to come in and say something and see if it works now, because I did it.
Or maybe put the link up and let him come up.
Oh gosh. Oh my gosh. I can't believe that happened. I'm so dead. Bob, I just hid John. I hid Willie.
No, you deleted him or blocked him.
Like yeah, it hid him from the channel. It was crazy. But it says it's not.
He says Will It Grow was banned. and their comments were removed. He was banned.
But it came back. It should have come back. That's so crazy. Okay.
Oh,
Thanks.
yeah.
I'm good. Okay, now it's up to John. All right. Okay. Hopefully it'll work. I hope. Or I'm dead. Well, I'm like the only person I know that accidentally hit Nightbot. So when I go into people's channels and they're like, just say this word and it'll share your channel. I'm like, I can't see your Nightbot. And I can't see other people. Bob, if you want to come up, you can then. Oh my goodness. Or Homestead, if you want to come up and rub it in is a little bit. You can. Oh my goodness, that's too funny. Oh my
Of all the people.
I hope that works, Homestead Aquarius. Goodness, he's unhidden. Yeah. Oh goodness, now I gotta scroll up all that. Okay, hold on. 10-year-old. See, I didn't even realize I hit a little fish's comment while I was doing all that. It's because it's this laptop. I'm gonna blame it on the laptop tonight because it's acting up. Must be a Jeep Harbor Freight wrench. Oh my gosh, that's hilarious. It's probably because Cashew hit it before you. If one mod is on top of it, then yeah, they don't do a pile up. Oh my gosh, that's too funny. I almost hit you too. Oh my goodness.
Aww.
That's just crazy. I am so sorry, John. Teddy bear is too funny.
Whereabouts are you there?
Hold on, I'm going down now.
Okay.
Now it's up to John.
I love Cashew Gesundheits. I used to like that guy. He never comes around anymore.
I used to like him. I don't know why.
I don't know what happened. He was our friend, and then he just disappeared.
Oh my gosh, that would be totally. Yeah, you better. I'm gonna get hammered.
No.
Captain, help. I can't believe that happened. Yep, I make things and people disappear. Unintentionally. You would never want me to be a vigilante. I'd be like making the wrong people disappear. I'd be trying to get my assistant to disappear and the audience would go somewhere if I did, magic. Yeah, I figured I'm heading to the marshals. Yeah. I know. I know you're independent women, but why? I'm not playing. It's really I hit the dots like it went like that. I didn't realize I tried to click away from it, instead clicked on it. User has he shouldn't have any restricted access. What the heck? Oh, tell him I'm so sorry. I wonder if it kicked him out for the night, even though we've well, maybe that's for all those submit remarks he was making the other night. Maybe YouTube heard him and YouTube is actually run by women. Oh, that's that little one over there. And yeah, I was saying submit the other night. You can just sit in the corner for a little longer.
He's gonna be put in a timeout.
No, he's not blocked. Carla, I looked on my page on YouTube. Like I went in to go and edit and to remove him from my blocked folks. He's not in there. He's not blocked. So I don't know what happened. YouTube glitched out when I did that.
Mm.
That's just weird. Maybe he needs to update his YouTube. Maybe, I don't know. Shouldn't have raised. That's maybe what the folks are saying over at YouTube. Okay. I know. I'm sorry. Sorry, my daughter just came in the room. Is it freaking her out? I can't do anything about it. I can't reach it. My dog is freaking out. Hey, Bob. What's up?
Hello. Hello. Evening.
Good to see you, Bob. This is Maureen.
Hello,
This is
Marie.
Bob, Maureen.
Mhm.
Bob is actually over on that
Hi.
coast too, near you.
Oh, yeah. 81
Maureen.
degrees. 81 degrees in Seattle today.
That's
Man.
nice.
Oh, you're in Washington too.
Yeah. Mhm.
And what's your channel, Bob?
Bob 942.
Okay. I think I was trying to grab that one because I'll look at you later.
Okay.
Because I find that you have to, when you're going to look at someone and subscribe to them, you need to watch their videos.
I did. Homestead, I did. That's how I went. I did. I went to YouTube and unblocked him.
Oh yeah, I found you, Bob.
Okay.
Oh my gosh.
So I'll make sure I'll look and watch.
Right on. Sounds good. Sounds good.
He said it a lot though last night, Carla. Maybe not tonight. He said it a lot last night. 1,000 bit. I know. Just
Hey.
2. I was gonna say. Look
Oh,
at
hey,
these
GT.
lovely mangoes.
GT. Yeah.
Just check it. You don't need that mango.
See, that should tell you
the
I'm not very
mango.
good
Get
with
rid of it all.
my hands tonight. Anyway, this is one. My husband brought home
Oh
like
my
I think
God.
5 of these.
Wow.
Nice sized mangoes. I don't know if it's a Valencia.
Oh.
Valencia Pride can get even double the size. And
Oh, that's
this one,
yummy. Yeah.
This one might be. Might be a fruit punch. It smells so good. And then this one, I'm not sure, but they're green and they stay mostly green. They just color up like a little bit lighter, and you can eat them.
Wow.
But that's my hubby is foraging mangoes for me. I haven't
Oh.
been drinking anything. I'm
That's
totally
great.
butter covered.
I've been drinking a bit of wine.
I haven't even just water.
Bob, you put your fire pit, just a 17-second video of your fire pit.
Yeah,
Right.
that's the wife and I we were outside, and that's the first time we used a fire pit. She finally got off work at a decent hour, and I lit up a fire pit. Well, it's first use of the fire pit. There you go. Mm-hmm.
Very nice.
Mm-hmm.
They're all mangoes. That's why I brought them. Because people don't realize that we have them come in all shapes, sizes, and colors here in Florida.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
And that's probably the same in the Philippines, right, Bob? They have
to an extent.
a variety.
A variety. Yeah. The mangoes over there, they're so plentiful, they just fall off the trees, and
That's here. Yeah, that's how he's getting them. He's picking up a lot of drops.
That's how he forages.
Mm-hmm. That's how he's foraging them. It's just drops of the mangoes that he's getting.
Do you think you could make a jam or jelly out of those things?
Oh, I did, Bob.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have it on my channel. I put it on a short. I made mango jelly, and it's the one that says I lost my virginity.
Oh.
Her canning
Okay. Okay. Mm-hmm.
Yep, I lost my canning virginity. Let me see. It's this.
Yeah.
It's that one. Came out really pretty. The color.
Mm-hmm.
Yummy, yummy.
And how does it taste?
It tastes pretty good. I want to put I'm trying to think my Alabama, is it Farm Life? She had mentioned she did a pineapple mango, and I think that would be really so much better.
You mean
to mix the two.
Kathleen at my Alabama Farm Life?
Yeah, that's it. Wait a minute. Carol, I've heard that others they have had to contact.
Barry, yeah, there's more than pretty women in the Philippines. There's mangoes too. every kind of weird fruit you could think of, stuff that I don't even. I mean, the nieces and all will come home with an armload of fruit. Like, what is that?
Mhm.
What is that?
Yeah, Bob and I have similar fruits that we've gotten to taste because we were
Mhm.
talking about jackfruit, and he said they'll put it right in the middle of the table there, and people just take
Yeah,
it the way it's
that's how the
shaped.
Filipinos handle it. They spoon out a big piece of it
Mhm.
and they don't talk and eat and just eat it right out of the fruit. And just
Wow.
huge things, man.
Those darn
They
dogs.
take it for granted, but here that's a
Yeah.
real rare treat to get anything like that.
Yeah, here well, in Florida it's less rare, but yeah, here
Mhm.
in the United States it is.
Don't touch any dials.
I know, right?
Uh,
Okay,
I don't
I'll
know
do
if
that.
this looks pretty much like a wine glass. I wouldn't do this for whiskey personally, but what's this red button? That's cute. So I wouldn't call this a whiskey. It's
I guess that's what he drinks whiskey out of, though. He likes to drink whiskey out of that.
it is a thick glass. So yeah, you could use it for
You
some
can
whiskey
use any glass for whiskey.
away. Well, there is certain
Even the
ones
bottle.
where you want to have, different shapes and
I don't
Yeah,
know.
Marine. I've got a little house, a little retirement house over in the Philippines, and I've got quite a few playlists on my channel of year after year after year of going overseas. And it's a little entertaining, just a little bit
John trying to
entertaining.
get back
It's a
in. It says he's
whole other side of the world. Wow,
no
is it different
kidding.
over there? It is so different over there.
I'm dead. He's gonna have the last word. Thank Cashew for putting his channel up. I
Thank
can't
you.
believe I banned him accidentally. I cannot believe that.
It wasn't even that he was deleted. It was
And I
that,
don't know how to get him back. I don't know why it's not bringing him back.
Very, you
Well,
could go find them Asian ladies too. Come on. I've got one. I don't need another.
Why? Let me go all the way back up and find him again and see.
well, I think when you're banning someone, because it's a ban, it's not just I would almost wonder if it's something that it does take a day or two.
Maybe. And because I did it on the StreamYard side. Hold on. That's actually a good point. Wonder. Hey, Garrett. Good to see you.
Passamaquoddy said she made some mango jam. Man, that
Yes,
sounds
she
delicious.
did. She's the one who started it off. She was making a bunch of jellies and jams, and I was like,
That
yeah.
sounds amazing.
I'm
Yeah, I
like,
think
it's
I'd
about
almost just like it, almost like I would like it as an applesauce,
yes, that's what I was trying to do,
not so
but
jelly-like, just so that then you can just eat it like
Yeah.
with a spoon.
yeah, they do that with the green mangoes. They'll make them like an apple
Oh.
butter, but it's a mango butter.
I like the yellow ones we get overseas and just slice it, leave the pit and then cut some grooves into it, open that sucker up and eat it raw. The juice just runs right when they're right off the tree. Oh my God, they're so good.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh
I've got so
God.
many mango stains on stuff since he started bringing them home.
Oh, I'll bet you do.
I can't. Yeah, on this side, it won't even let me fix it. It looks like, what the frick? Gosh, I can't believe that happened. I wonder. Wait, let me see. Is there a way to fix? No, that's just my description. I'm just wondering if there's a way to fix it on this side. Having
Robert
it.
says, it has been a pleasure to have you on my team. Due to your recent actions, I will have to take my own actions to protect my team.
No. Oh my gosh.
I think
Please protect me.
I think he just dumped you out of the boat and he's paddling away. You're on your
That's
own.
not right, Robert. Loyalty, Robert. Loyalty. See, it doesn't. Okay, I just found it. It says I have no banned guests. I found it.
Oh,
So
Robert
I don't know
also hereby
why.
transferred you to Team Misfits until all this calms down. Whew.
Did he just put me?
He just moved you to Misfits. I was trying to go to Misfits earlier today. Jeez. I didn't get to go to Misfits.
Homesick Aquarius. I will remember this forever, Captain.
Carol is now getting to be not so nice, Carol.
Okay,
But then again, now I have something. Never mind.
Barry, here's a channel for you. There you go. Filipino lipstick. There's a Filipino channel for you, Barry. Enjoy it.
I can't make out this one, Marla. Are you that mad that you won't even speak English to me? Are you going into some kind of pirate language I don't know about? No, you got caught. So this is what you're watching on YouTube. Little cute Asian ladies making food.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, Tibor. When they cook in that peanut oil overseas, man, that stuff is so hot. Wow, just throw food in there and it's ready to roll.
Carter's leaving.
Oh gosh.
I think there's going to be a lot of prayer for you tonight, Carol. That's right.
Like a double
Every
sign
single
of the
one
cross.
that's
I
out
need like
there. Yeah. All the prayers. All the prayers.
prayers. Not gonna waste my English. Yeah, it's just like that. It's how she responded. Okay. I figured, Tibor. Oh yeah, there you go, Robert. If I go to Misfits, I stay on Team Misfits.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, in his Portuguese Bostonian accent.
I'm just going to run to the loo. So
Okay. Do you know how to do the? Yeah, you do.
Mm.
She knew how to do it to put up her screen. Sweet dreams. So what's going on in your garden, Bob? I know you said you weren't gonna probably plant anymore.
Yeah, well, everything's growing okay. And I got some Alaska fish fertilizer the other day, and I hit everything with some of that fish fertilizer, and I got the first blossom on some of my nasturtiums the next day after I put some of that fish emulsion on there.
Nice.
And yeah, but I'm winning the battle of morning glory. I'm winning. I've got it under control, sort of, but the horsetails, you know. But I was outside all day today in the front of the house, neatening up and tidying up and trimming and gouging out weeds and stuff like that all day.
Oh wow.
It was 81 degrees and I was just loving it. Sun baked.
Oh, that's a nice day. 81 is a nice day. Uh-oh. Telling Lars to stay out of it.
Yeah,
I can't believe I hit John. Oh my gosh.
I think I might have some more nasturtium seeds. I might push some of those in the dirt here and there, but that's about it. Yeah, the only food I'm really growing is some squash and peas, and some onions, and that's about it. And some
okay.
not bok choy, but the other one, the Swiss chard.
Mm-hmm.
So,
What? I didn't know you were growing onions. Which kind? The green onions or what type of onion? Do you know?
onions. They're not very big, but they're onions,
Okay.
you know.
Like a scallion size or like a
Uh,
bulbing onion?
I dig them up and give them to the wife, and she cooks them.
Oh, nice.
That kind
Okay.
of onion.
Hey, as long as they taste like onions, what the heck?
I got some of them in a little pot, and then the rest of them are out around a couple of the trees, kind of like a little miniature experiment of a food forest thing.
Thank you, Carla. Yeah, my food forest is coming along, but I'm still debating whether yes, I'm trying to run a professional broadcast, and you people are laughing and joking
Mhm.
around. Yeah, that's it, cashew.
Oh yeah, I
Oh.
forgot to mention strawberries. I got some strawberries coming in, and Mrs. usually raids them first thing in the morning. She'll go out there.
Oh, that sounds so good.
Yeah,
That's
but my neighbors though, Carol, their raspberries are hanging over our fence, and a few handfuls of those things just accidentally
mm.
fell into my mouth today.
Oh, did
I
they?
fell down and they landed, yeah.
That happens sometimes
It
where you
happens.
just
It
you
happens.
fall down and you just swipe the berries right off the
Help
canes.
me, help
Help
me.
me. You were just trying to grab hold of something and you grabbed hold of a whole handful of raspberry.
Help me, help me.
Help me. I've fallen and I'm eating your raspberries. I'll get up later. John is
Mhm.
probably so busy griping about it. He hasn't even tried chat. True. That's possible. Yes, we have to always check the plumbing. John starts that about checking the plumbing. Gear, it's good to see you, by the way. I was just saying, where's Gear? He is trying to get back in. Shoot, John, I am so sorry. I tried. He's not showing that he's hidden anywhere. So I don't understand why YouTube is doing that. I don't get it. I've checked both the YouTube side and in the StreamYard, and it's just he's not hidden, he's not banned, he's not it doesn't make sense. Shoot. And I can't restart because that'll kick the whole program off. Oh, Storm says that's right, he did.
Right
Oops, wait a
on.
minute. Storm got
Mhm.
strawberries going too.
Right
See,
on.
I'm having a problem where it is skipping quick all of a sudden on my side. I think I heard Sushi squalling. Sushi is squalling all the way over there. Oh, that's too funny. She probably is.
Yeah, I think some of my peas I bought some at a nursery. I think those have already run their course.
Yeah. Usually during the heat they just
Yeah,
fizzle
yeah.
out.
I thought I might trim them back and see if maybe I can get a little bit more. But the other peas that I planted from seeds, they're going like gangbusters, man. They're
Hmm,
rocking. So yesterday,
interesting.
uh, uh, I made a whole bunch of powdered fertilizer from
Mhm,
eggshells, coffee, uh, cooked down
mhm.
vegetation, and
Nice.
I spread it all over all the plants, everything, and then I followed it up later that day with some fish emulsion, and yeah,
Cool.
so
Gave them all the
everything.
minerals they needed.
Yes,
Gave them some
ma'am.
good
Yes,
nutrition.
ma'am. I did.
Yeah, that's the banana peels and coffee and eggshells are great. And
Hmm.
then anything like you said, like just vegetation in general,
Yeah,
I love.
I even dug up a bunch of those buttercup plants out of the grass and
There you go.
cooked them up, run them through
Mhm.
the grinder, make sure they're dry, and turn them into a powder. And man, I just poured that stuff all over.
That's cool, Bob. I like the
Hmm.
idea of that. That's a really great idea. Yeah, because they make like a weed tea, um, and you just basically put it in water, and you just like what we did before with the banana peels, but
Uh-huh.
you use your weeds
Yes.
and you put them in the
Yeah.
water and
Yeah.
anything else.
Well, you saw when I was over in the Philippines last
Mhm.
time, and
You did it.
yeah, I got that idea from you, and I put it in that gallon, and oh man, everything just perked right up. Like, wow, this works, man.
Yeah, I feed it back to my bananas once I get a rack and they're coming in. That's cool, Storms. Which
Right
beans
on.
do you have? I forget, Storms, what you planted.
Oh,
Yeah.
I got to boast a little bit, but I get
Yeah.
along pretty good with the neighbors to our left over here,
Mhm.
and he's the guy who was a tank driver during the Kuwait War. So he was
Oh,
Army, I
wow.
was Air Force, and we get along real well.
Mhm.
And I was out watering the front yard, and he goes, "You know, Bob, I haven't seen anyone water your front yard in 15 years." Because the people who
Wow.
lived here let the
Yeah.
place just grow wild, and he did a lot of the cutting of the grass in the front yard because
Mhm.
they wouldn't.
Yeah.
And then he was pulling out down the street today, and he had his golf clubs in the back of his pickup truck, and he stops and goes, "Hey man, I want you to know you're doing a good job cleaning that place
Oh.
up." And I was like, "Right on, that's a big old pat on the back." I appreciated that.
Yeah, that is great. That's how we were treated too by our neighbors when we moved in here.
Hmm.
Because the same thing, it had gotten so bad at this house, they would just leave trash piling
Oh,
up,
that's how it was here too. Yeah.
and then
Mhm.
our poor neighbors, the snakes were coming in because they were coming in after the rats that were
Rats.
coming after the
Hmm.
garbage. So,
Hmm.
yeah, they were very
Hmm.
happy to get somebody to take
Hmm.
care of this, property.
Yeah.
Mm.
Oh,
Sorry, I had to mute for a bit.
I had my,
Okay.
my my neighbor's got more gardening experience than I do, and he came over. I brought him over in the backyard the other day, and
Mhm.
I left these plants grow real tall because the tree frogs like to get
Hey,
inside of
Sean.
them and hide. And he said it's spearmint plants.
Hmm.
And I left some of them along the fence because every time I went to cut them down, little tree frogs are in there, so I leave them. And he goes, "Yeah, man, that's spearmint." Right on. Because
Cool.
I tore a leaf off and I go, "I recognize the smell, but it's not regular mint. What is this?" And oh, that's spearmint.
I love
Mm.
I
spearmint.
went, cool.
I love spearmint. When you make it into when it's an essential oil, it's
Uh,
even stronger than peppermint to me. Pinto, the other beans, I
do you
forget.
remember those little bowls I bought at a thrift store and filled them with
Mhm.
water around the yard?
Yeah.
Yeah, couple of them, the girl frogs, the little tree frogs have laid eggs in them.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, isn't that cool?
That's very
Yeah.
cool. I
Hey,
love
Hmm.
dear.
that. Yeah, Gear came in when I was saying, "I wonder
Mhm.
where he's at." I was like, "Yay."
Cute, super secret Asian woman.
Yeah, I am
Woman. Hmm.
totally stealing, Maureen uses beans as a nitrogen fixer, and she just kinda places them in her blank spots, and I think that's such a great idea,
Everywhere.
like, everywhere. And then
For
she
what?
said
What do
she
you?
uses like green beans, like anything in
Oh,
the bean
I yeah,
family,
bush beans or pole
peas too.
beans, they're
oh, okay.
nitrogen fixers, and they're putting
Mhm.
in nitrogen actually into your garden. So it's like if you have a corner, put a bush bean or a pole bean if you want. So
Okay.
Mhm.
yeah, it's I've overdone it, and then I just came across Vortex beans, and I guess the
Mm.
bean pod will get over 12 inches, like over a foot long, and they're
Mhm.
supposed to be absolutely
Oh,
delicious.
yummy.
So it was like, well, I gotta try
Hmm.
those beans.
Yeah.
So
I
how
didn't
yeah,
grow the
everybody was talking
asparagus.
about Kentucky wonders. How is what are those and how are those?
The snipping propaganda.
Yeah, yeah. I've heard of some back when my mom grew up in Florida, Carol,
Yeah.
and she told me about in the orange orchards, the farmers would plant black-eyed peas
Yes,
in
the
the
peas
orange
do it
orchard.
too. Yep, peas
Hmm.
do it too.
Hmm.
Yeah,
Hmm.
yeah. The
And
Duncan
Dungeon beans.
this was during the Great Depression, and she said the orchard owners would let all the poor people go in there and pick all the black-eyed peas that they want because
Oh, I love
they're just going to
that.
plow them under.
Yeah,
So yeah, that's one of the things that they were able to forage and get.
I love
Yeah.
that, Bob. I love
Hmm.
that. I forget what they call that. Gleaning. You can go in and glean the crop after.
Gleaning. Okay.
Yeah, they
Mhm.
go in and
Mhm.
glean it after they've pulled most of the crop out. They would usually allow the poor to go in and glean off the
Get it.
crop,
Hmm.
whatever was left. Yep.
Yeah. Hmm.
Okay, so it's a pole green bean, the Kentucky Wonder.
Mhm.
I I like the asparagus green bean down here. It can take our heat, and it's the longer one. It's the longer green bean, and then you have so many of the seeds left over to just reestablish it.
My favorite for eating is the Romano Romana bean. And it's
Romana
kind of
bean.
Italian, and they're a wider one. They've
Okay.
got this kind of, there's just a really
I heard
sweet
it.
fragrance to them. They're absolutely delicious.
Mm. Yeah, Maureen, this is my first year of doing some gardening because the
Oh,
wife and I lived in a rental house where we basically raised the kids because it was within walking distance of the schools and the store and all that. And at the end of last summer, we moved in this place,
Mm-hmm.
and this is really the first time I've done gardening since I was very young. So this
Hmm.
is all really awesome to me.
Yeah, yeah.
And
What are you growing?
mostly flowers.
Okay.
Yep. You can check my channel and what I do. I know how to save a buck. So I go to thrift stores and I get ceramic soup bowls and different things like that. And I bought some of the some ceramic drill bits
Mm-hmm.
and drill holes, drainage holes in them, and plates and all. You know how at thrift stores you can get stuff
Yeah,
for $1
yeah,
or $3.
yeah, yeah.
And I mixed up some regular potting soil with some chipped up paper and different junk like that, coffee grounds and all that. And I've got you can just look at my channel there, and the deck is lined with pots, thrift store
Beautiful,
pots,
beautiful.
teapots, every eclectic junk, you know.
Yeah.
I've even tried some bonsai on a couple of trees on the end of my deck, and I'm having a great time. Life's
Oh, that's
good.
fantastic.
Hmm.
Fantastic.
I like that. The best bean is coffee bean. I have coffee, Sean. I have a coffee
You,
Arabica or however you say that.
you're growing coffee beans? You're growing coffee?
I have a coffee plant. I need to get probably like 5 to get anything off them. They
Oh,
actually did flower, Bob, but then we've been getting all this rain. It just knocks the flowers
yeah.
off of certain plants, and
Hmm.
I
Hmm.
missed out on seeing if that would, form a bean, and I missed out on my Barbados cherry. My Barbados cherry was loaded with flowers one day. The next
Uh-huh.
day after the heavy rain, they were all
Gone.
gone. I was so bummed.
Heard of a Barbados cherry.
Yeah, I've had it for quite a while and it finally bloomed and I was like, "Yay,
Oh,
finally."
mhm.
And then it got all knocked off. And I was like, "Boo."
We've got a regular cherry tree that was already at the house, and I've been trimming the heck out of it, and it did actually throw out some cherries. But Mr. Starling found them first, and I
Oh,
had cherry pits dropped all over my backyard. He's
Uh,
like, "You little
yeah.
communist!" You know?
Well,
uh-huh.
we do. That's what I wondered. We do have the iguanas, and I wondered if but it was too clean. Like they fell off because of the rain. Like the iguana would have
Oh,
ate more off the plant if it was an iguana.
how big are that kind of a cherry? I've never heard of
I
that.
don't know how big they get because I've never gotten to see one
Never got
actually
them.
on the
Oh,
plant.
bummer.
I've
Well,
seen them
there's
in
a
pictures. That's like we have a plant called the Jamaican cherry, or it's also called the Jamaican strawberry tree because the
uh,
bloom looks just like a strawberry bloom.
yeah.
And it's a really fast growing tree. It would be great for chop and drop if you have land because it's very fast growing and the berry is very tiny
Mm,
and they don't keep at all. You can't really do jellies and jams with them. They're just for popping in your mouth when you're out in the garden. That's about it.
interesting.
And
That's
they
interesting.
have the flavor almost of like a cotton candy. It's not much of a flavor. Like it's just sugar, a sugar shot,
Okay.
and little tiny seeds inside almost like fig seeds. So I chopped the tree down. I
Oh,
just
oh.
I was like, it's
Mm.
not making
I
enough.
wo- I wonder, Bob, if you can, like with yours, is like put some sort of bird netting over it to prevent.
Yeah.
Oh, well, they're already gone, and um, I'm basically taking the top of that cherry tree off. I've been hacking away, and I've got three big branches up there, and I'm going to call a landscaper to come and get those big ones so they don't crush the gazebo back there. I had
Right,
two big
right.
branches come down on the gazebo
Ooh.
and break the corner gutters off, you know, this like that.
Oh man.
So it's like
Mm.
I got three huge branches, and like I was mentioning that this property was left pretty derelict, and the people did not take care of it. If they had pruned the tree, over the years, it would have been manageable. It would have
Yeah.
been able to net it and all that, but not now,
Yeah, that's awful.
You guys are just.
In fact,
That was a
I've
good old time.
I've been pruning the trees on in the backyard and all that, and I found morning glory ivy that big around 12 feet in the air that when they got ready to sell the house, they brought in a crew of
Oops.
landscapers and chopped everything down because it was to the top of the 6 foot high fence in the backyard.
Wow.
And there was morning glory 12 feet in the air, choking everything. And
Yeah,
so
those are bad up north.
I'm doing these little detailed cleaning up and, you know, but that's why I was outside all day today, just loving it, man. Out in the
Mhm.
hot sun and neatening up and squaring stuff around away, and it really made me feel good when my neighbor drove by and gave me a compliment. You live in Washington too, Maureen?
No, actually, I live in Victoria on Vancouver Island.
Oh, okay, just up
So
north. Yeah. Mhm.
no, I'm not. I'm not north. I'm just. I'm just kind of west of you.
Well,
Oop,
I'm in the
northwest.
Seattle area.
Yeah. So I'm like, when you look at where the border is, like, Vancouver Island is like
Yeah.
here, and so I'm down at the bottom
Huh?
here. So I'm right
Oh,
parallel,
okay.
like I was saying earlier before you got
Yeah.
on.
Mhm.
I can see the Olympic Mountains, and like it's an hour and
Gotcha.
a half for me to go over to Port Angeles. We always go for Crab Fest in October
Okay, cool.
to Port Angeles. Like so I'm kind of below the Canadian border.
Yeah, you're on that where the border goes like this.
Yeah.
Yeah, I get it. I get it. Cool.
Yeah.
Your neighbor of mine.
Yep,
Mhm.
pretty much just across
Mhm.
just across the pond.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sorry, I'm trying to catch up
I'm
with this
close. I'm
project.
kind of sort of be around Seattle, Tacoma
Yep.
area. A little bit farther down Puget Sound,
Okay. Yeah.
But, yeah. Not in Seattle. God, you couldn't pay me enough to live in
No,
Seattle.
no,
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 that ain't gonna happen. It's
no,
not gonna happen.
no. But I'm just kind of west of you, almost as the crow flies. So we're in
I
the
get it.
same. The only thing is that we don't get as much rain as you guys do, or as what Vancouver does, because the
Mhm.
Olympic Mountains actually, it's like the clouds come up and the Olympic Mountains shoot it up,
I
goes
get it.
over us, and it dumps
Mhm.
into Vancouver. So we get less snow. Like we're
They're
very
just talking about where they live.
temperate
Mhm.
temperate here. So I don't know if you saw that yet, Carol, about
I haven't gotten very far.
it says, please support Will It Grow. Recently has been unfairly banned from channels in our community.
I didn't mean to ban him. That was like I don't know how to get like him unbanned. I can't believe that I did that. I'm so not techie at all when it comes to stuff like that.
I
Oh,
love
yeah.
Cashew Gesundheit.
I know, isn't she a great mod? She's
Oh
great
my
at what she
gosh,
does.
all the stuff that she says is like super distracting, but in a really great way.
Oh, I didn't know Tin was in Washington too. That's cool, Cashew.
Who is?
Tin TV. She does a lot of like current events and news and with
Oh,
a conservative slant.
okay. Eastern Washington. Okay. Yeah. That's
Mhm.
much in case you don't know that Eastern Washington is very arid. It's very dry.
Okay.
It's a completely different environment than Western
Wow.
Washington.
Wow.
Yeah, because the Cascade Mountains run,
Yep.
the weather comes off the Pacific and
Yep.
the clouds run into the Cascade Mountains and it rains on us in the west side so much, but there's not much moisture that goes across the mountains. So it's actually kind of deserty. It's hotter over there during the summer too.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Yeah, and Florida people don't realize too is different during like our winter season. If you go up, you can have a freeze in Ocala. Your pipes can freeze in Ocala, and you come down here, we don't have any of that.
Right.
It's like we have that's why they come down here for their vacations because we don't have
Certainly.
any of that.
Mhm,
They're out
mhm.
there, in their shorts when we're like, "Oh, it's sweater weather." We're breaking out sweatshirts and all this.
That's
My
how we can
birds are
always
like,
that's how we can always spot the Canadians. Because
Yep.
they're in their shorts.
we're freezing and they're wearing shorts and t-shirts. Yeah, that's a
Mhm.
Canadian.
For real. That's the same thing here. And we get
Yeah.
a lot of the Canadians.
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, I remember visiting years ago down. I think we were in Miami, and it was February, and we were coming down the hotel, and like we were leaving -40 Canadian weather, winter, -40 Celsius,
Yeah.
coming down, and when we got down, it was like we were in shorts. We're in the elevator with this one couple, and the lady looks at us and she goes, "So,
Oh, no,
Howard,
Sean.
do you think it's warm enough for shorts?" And we're like, "Are you kidding? We just came from like death cold."
Yeah.
It was like, it doesn't matter. It's like, I don't care if it's, only 50 degrees. This is balmy from what
Oh
we're doing
yeah, I
around
get
here.
it. I get it.
Yeah. Wow, Carla, I didn't know that. She said best hunting and fishing there in Seattle.
True. That's
Mm.
true. Yeah.
I've
Especially
never
now,
been.
now the newer generation doesn't hunt and fish. They don't do it.
Mm.
So
Oops.
I mean, the rivers are full of fish now. Oh my
Yeah.
God, they're full of fish. And the American Indian tribes took over managing the
Okay. Night lark.
some of the rivers here in Western
Night
Washington, and they did a
Night
hell of a
larks
lot
on
better
stage.
job than the state
Good night,
did
larks. Sorry.
because the fish are like abundant now.
Right.
Wow, the fish are out there like crazy now.
I was watching.
Take it out of the hands of the state and give it to the American Indians, and they know what they're doing.
Yeah.
And man, the fish are thick.
I probably need to do that over in the Amazon. I was watching that show. What is his name? River. It's not River Fisherman. It's not that simple, but River Monsters, I think is the name. And he's always like on this hunt for something that attacked somebody in a certain river. And he was over in the Amazon and he was saying like they've overfished it. So they used to have even more. But I mean,
Yeah.
you can't tell they overfished it. It's like he's bringing up stuff that's huge and all kinds of other stuff, but stuff that will kill you.
Sean said that's a true fact, Sean, that there is so many fish even in the ditches here now.
That's crazy.
I recall I was ride sharing when I was working in the renting division for Boeing, and I was a passenger ride sharing.
I don't know why.
And I looked off to the side of the highway and I saw something black in one of the ditches, going like this in the water.
Mm-hmm.
And I went, "Oh my God, that's a river otter."
Yeah.
Wow.
He was in one of the ditches, irrigation ditches. He was in there fishing.
Oh,
Just
yeah.
like, I went, dude, there's something down there. I'm like, that's a freaking otter, man.
Wow.
So
Oh,
much
good
food
night,
in the
little
water
piece of
now.
heaven. And good night, larks, if you can still hear
Good
us
night,
on
little piece of
Spedish.
heaven.
Good night, little piece of heaven. Little piece of heaven is out your way, and they grow bananas in their greenhouse. They have, like I do, 2 orchids, vanilla orchids. They're growing tropicals in their greenhouse, so it's wild. Oh, I think they have a coffee plant too out there. I think
Okay.
yeah, I had heard it from her that they have a coffee plant. I can't believe I cannot get him in here, Carla. I've tried everything. Yeah, I like river monsters too, Gardening Warrior Q, except for when they show like some of the stuff that's gross. I'm not into that.
I saw a couple of episodes of that, Carol. They're pulling some weird stuff out of them rivers.
Oh yeah, they had this one little fish.
Yeah. Big weird stuff.
Yeah. They had these fish that they were small, and then, they got he caught some that were maybe just about this size. And what they do is if you have any kind of broken skin, they will burrow themselves into the area of your body.
Ah!
It's
So
like
does that mean
places not to go swimming, the Amazon over there.
yeah, we'll go to the hotel pool. How's that sound? I'm not gonna go swimming in that.
I missed something, Sean, on that one. It may have been local. Oh, do you mean like the fish and the things that he's finding in the ditches? They could have come all the way over from Africa? I didn't catch that one. I
No.
must have missed something.
don't
That could be
either.
misconstrued as something, but I don't know where you were going with that. Anyone see that special on the 4-tailed
African
ostrich by 40
American?
days in the Colombian?
Oh,
No.
No.
Wow. By 4 kids with nothing. Yeah, I think I might have seen, but I didn't know it was 40 days. That's crazy. I'm kicking him in while he's down. Bitch. Hilarious.
That's hilarious cute.
Yeah, I don't like that, John.
Mm.
Yeah, don't go with that. I don't like.
Oh yeah.
I don't like that, John. Ages 1 through 7.
yeah.
Wow, ages
I
1
think
through
there's
7. That. Wow.
quite a number of Washingtonians in here because it's only 11 p.m. here. So
That's
what
right.
time is it there in
Yeah.
Florida? Yeah.
Thank you, living the roguelike. I really did try to get him back every single way possible.
Well, it's 2 for
Yeah.
them. It's 2 o'clock.
No, is it
Mm.
already? Yeah, I do that sometimes. We will not be noodling anywhere.
Oh,
Yeah, the
Lord.
river monsters
Oh,
go
no,
away.
no,
I won't
no,
noodle at all.
no.
I won't noodle at all. But yeah, I am gonna call it because it's 2 a.m. Eastern.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But thank you guys for coming up on the panel. Thank you,
Thanks.
Side Chat,
Thanks
for
for
coming
having
in.
me. This was
Thanks
so
for the-
fun.
It was fun. It was great to
Yeah.
get to know you a little bit more too, and what
Mhm.
brought you into gardening, and just you were just flourishing for 3 years in. Like,
Thank you.
I think everybody is stunned with your backyard for a 3-year gardener.
Thank you. I appreciate
Leave a
that.
comment on my channel, Maureen, and I'll sub you back. Or
Oh, thank you, Bob. I appreciate that. I will.
just leave a comment somewhere. Cool.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
Appreciate
Wow.
your taking a look at my channel too, because we're not
Mhm.
supposed to say subscribe.
I know exactly certain
Shh,
words.
shh. We
That's a bad word to
connected.
say.
I
Yeah,
use
when you're
yeah.
well, especially if you're in a side chat, you can't. I would just subscribed. You can't say
Yeah.
that because they went through a time where people were going into
Connected.
lives. Yeah, you say connected, or I showed your channel
Mhm.
some love.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
it's stupid, but
Full
you.
support. Yeah. Mhm.
But you'll notice too, like sometimes, like me going live, I'll probably lose a subscriber or two because I went live.
Yeah.
Because they think,
What?
yeah, they think that that's what I'm doing. What the heck did I just enlarged this so big that I don't know if I'm going to be able to get out.
That's why I don't do lives. I'm not a techie kind of guy.
I'm not a
Oh,
techie either, Bob, and this is terrible. I don't know what I just did, and I can't undo it. What the fuck is going on
Well,
tonight with my
get
computer?
get this now. I'm 60. Okay, I am 60 years old. I have earned all my gray hair. Proud of my
Uh-huh.
age. Okay, so April was my birthday. My wife bought me the speaker so I can listen to music while I'm out gardening. It's like, oh, geez, hon, come on, more
Night,
tech
Barry.
stuff. But it turned out really easy.
I can't
My
keep
old phone
oh,
died, and she bought me
there we
this
go.
huge monstrosity thing. It's a really good one. But so I kind of got this figured out.
See?
And then my laptop died. Then my wife and daughter went and got me a new laptop. So it's like I'm still at the point right now where I'm trying to sync the new phone with the new
Thank you.
laptop. And a
Yeah.
60-year-old man sitting here going, my God, my daughter moved out. So I'm sitting here going, what in the hell do I do? How do
Wow.
I? So if you see me where all my hair is ripped out, you'll know why,
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. That's what
Anytime I
tech.
get a new phone, I always just go and hand it to my kids. Here,
That's the same.
just
Yeah,
put the stuff on. Put
yeah,
the stuff on.
yeah. Because
I don't know.
same here, same here. My daughter, she went with my wife to select a laptop for dad for Father's Day. Okay, my old
Mm.
laptop died and it's gone, and I'm grateful for that. But boy, do I miss her at times like this because I go,
Yeah.
Jill, Jill, honey, come, I and she just sit down. Okay, Dad, you're all
That's my
set.
daughter
Yes.
too. This generation grew up with it, so it's
They
so
did.
easy for
They did.
them.
They
So
did.
easy for them. Well, everybody in the side chat, I hope you had enough time to say a Southern goodbye, as they say. And thank you so much for coming tonight. Thank you to my guests on the panel. As always, please go check out their channels. And we will see you next Friday, hopefully. Bye-bye.
Thank you, Carol.
You're welcome.